Mark, what happened to the music? What happened to the music? Yo, yo, yo.
Hey.
Woo!
Hey, that was my bad. We trying to build this thing as we fly it. I turned the music off because I muted myself. I'm tripping. I'm the
Wow.
sound man, the engineer, the editor.
Wow.
Hey, but anyway,
Wow.
welcome back. Welcome back. We are Bite Atlanta Carcast Season 2, episode number 6.
Six. Yes, it is.
Get a little bit more. Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So I go
Six
by the
is a
name of
great
Mr.
number. I'm TJ.
I'm the legendary Hulk.
And I am. I'm the nobody, Mr. Skip.
Oh my gosh.
He's nobody this week.
Nobody.
Hey,
Oh
Nobody.
boy.
Hey, man.
Here we go. Here we go.
Okay.
Okay, so let's just jump right to it. So how's your week going?
Man, listen. Earlier this week, man, a friend of mine, a car show compatriot, whatever, or however you want to see us, made a post about the car club scene being boring, and in that post, some other statements were made about the judges being swayed and about people going away from candy paint and the raps, the culture and stuff like that. I went on the post and I addressed it. I read it, and then there was clarification, and then a big conversation started. Like she said in the beginning, I made the post to start conversation, which was great. And then she said it needed to be said, which it did. But I think in the time that her and I were, I guess, texting back and forth or talking back and forth about what I said and what she meant, people assumed that she was shooting at me, and then they started trying to made it like it was aimed at her, and then she, really tried to defend herself when she didn't have to. So I made a live the next morning and said that this is not aimed at anybody, but this is directly this live is directly in response to the post and a lot of the comments, negative comments that were made. So I want to address some of those things, and we were trying to see if we could get her on here tonight. And I wanted to just have a healthy conversation about it, because there are no hard feelings about nothing anybody said or any poster made, any post that someone made. No hard feelings, because everybody has their own opinions. So with my crew here, I want to open up the subject and see what you guys think, because I think the only person that saw it was Mr. Correct? The post.
Hoax saw it. I think
okay.
the person it was TJ.
Right.
I didn't see that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I know we all have different opinions, which we all centered around the same thing. So pretty much, I felt some kind of way about the fact that in the statement, in the post, it was said that people follow the judges around to make sure they win.
To manipulate the judges.
Or to manipulate them and to make sure they win.
To get it
as a practice of mine, judging shows is, since I know 90% of the cars, 99% of the cars on the car scene, versus me saying I know what he got, blah, 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 blah. I walk around your car and judge it. And if I see you close by or I'm going towards, say, hey man, I'm going to judge your car. Come on, walk with me. Tell me some things that you may have changed since the last show or the last time I saw your car. Because I don't want you to do an upgrade and I miss it or overlook it, and it possibly could have put you over the top to win or place. Now, in her saying what she said, and other people probably feel the same way, that's not manipulation. That's you being involved in the judging or participating in the car show and the judging portion of your car. One thing about me being a transparent judge is I want you to make sure that I saw what you wanted me to see, and I'm gonna see everything else, flaws and everything else. So I don't want it to be misconstrued about me calling people over. It's me offering them a chance to manipulate me or bribe me into letting them win, because that's not the case. So what do you guys think about that?
Well, what I know about you, especially as much as we go back and forth, you definitely don't have any type of favoritism.
No.
I'm saying it. You are very objective.
Straight
You
shoot.
you are a straight shooter, and I don't find that anybody can sway you, because we've been talking about stickers versus
Right, versus wraps and
decals versus wraps for weeks, and we can't sway you and your opinion about that at all. And if we
Right.
can't sway you about that as much as we've talked about it, I find that it's very
Right.
difficult for a person to, get under your skin in a way that would allow you to pick them to win a car show.
Right. And see, the thing is, I didn't feel like she was pointing a finger directly at me,
Right.
but it felt like I was the one being talked about. And I think I made her understand in the post that I'm a judge, so I'm replying. I'm not the only car show judge, but I'm the one that judges most of the shows. I'm the one that wants you to walk around with me and tell me about your car so you can feel like you're part of the process. Now, you're not part of me deciding who wins. Your car and what you've done to it does that. But conception of people walking around while I'm judging could be that. And that's why the statement was made. And again, I hope she's listening. But there was no hard feeling in the post or the live after the fact. It was just informational and me to point out the fact that if people feel a certain way, not just her, say it. Be a man or woman and just voice your opinion. If you feel like it's boring, go somewhere else. That's just it. Don't complain about stuff that you don't have to be involved in. Some of the people making the comments on the post, and I should look at the post and call their names, but I don't want to.
You don't have to do that.
That's why I don't go on the car scene no more. That's why I go do this. You weren't really a part of it anyway. You were part of the audience. So you make it sound like when you took yourself from the equation, we missed something. And I really want to go on the post and go at those people, but that ain't me. Because it's internet bullying and but that was part of the reason why I made the live, because one person said that I go to the race, ain't no drama in racing. Shit.
Oh, it's plenty.
It's
sure
more
the hell
drama
is.
on the race scene than it is on the car scene.
Yeah, because it's about money. It's really about money then.
Oh yeah.
Help them. Oh, look at it. They're going to help them addicted.
I'm addicted in the building.
No,
Salute.
they're not messing with me, darling. They're not messing with me. It was just I got involved in the post. I felt like something needed to be said, and it was healthy conversation.
Oh yeah.
There's no hard feelings about it at all. So we're just trying to address it and trying to get people's input on if the car scene is boring. Outside of what they said on the topic, there's no wow factor anymore. And see, the wow factor is a one-shot deal. You can't build a car like what we were talking about with wide body kits and all of this stuff here that you've never seen, and it be wild more than 1 week in a row. Because next week, I saw that last week.
Right.
So the wild factor is one of those things where you go to a show that's once a year, and people pull out those cars that they've been working on for 9 years. Oh wow, look at that! That's how you get the wild factor. But to expect to see it every single week, no, it'll never be, because you're gonna see the same car.
Right.
So I get it, you see it, but you gotta
And then
think about that.
on average, Skip, how many cars attend these car shows? On average,
Between 20 and 40, I'd say between 20 and 40.
20
That
and
are
40
into the show.
in the shows.
Yeah,
And you're talking about regular people that come every car show.
between 20 and 40.
It's way more than that, Skip.
I'm trying to be generous here. I'm not. I mean,
That's an
average.
average number.
You
Yeah,
don't
but
think, like,
Yeah,
how many
yeah,
people in the
average.
threat show? Threat show.
What Pret
that
show
don't
probably
people.
had 200 to 300 cars.
That's what I'm
But
saying. On
but
so
that's
on,
not.
That's not an
That's
it's
average.
different.
That's not a weekly
that's not.
show.
Okay.
So I'm trying to do. See, they weren't talking about the breast cancer shows that Threat does, or the street whips, or the stunt fest,
Mm-hmm.
because those are where people come from everywhere and converge on this city. They were
Mm-hmm.
talking about the local shows. The scene is getting boring because there's no more this or there's no more that.
I was
You
looking
see,
at it like it's all of the shows, the over the top shows and all of that. And I'm thinking in my
no,
head, if you're seeing the same cars, you've got to judge 150 cars. It's kind of hard to see all of these little elements that maybe somebody has updated or modified. You know what I'm saying? From show to show.
but see, everybody's idea of wild is different. Everybody's
Yeah.
idea of souped up is different. Everybody's idea
Right.
of the paint is different. The types of paint. She made a statement that she went to school for paint and body work. Okay, cool. That's what you like. Lead off by saying, "Hey, man, I like the paints and this and that, and I don't see it no more, and the scene is just dead." Then we get what you're saying. But to say like our argument every week, rap sticker, rap sticker. I have nothing against them. It's just an argument. It's just a healthy argument. So for
Mhm.
me to say, if a rap car enter my car show, he ain't got to worry about winning. No, it's the new normal. In 2008 and 9, we were wearing size 50 jeans with belts, tied up. Now they're wearing size 10 jeans, cutting off the circulation. Everything changes.
But see, but
Everything changes. You see what I'm saying? Chris,
it evolves. It keeps
right?
evolving.
Go ahead,
When
Hawk.
Chris,
Yeah, but
go ahead.
whatever's old becomes new again. Right now, rap is in. I'm pretty sure eventually paint's gonna come back.
Well, see,
It's what it does, go up and down.
I'm gonna say this. It's not the fact that paint's gonna come back. We're not talking about Atlanta as if it's the whole United States, because, like she said in her post, the guys in New Orleans or Louisiana or Mississippi or whatever, that's all they do is paint.
Mhm.
See, now we've gotten away from the paint here and went to wraps. It's cheaper. It looks just as good.
It's
It-
faster.
It's economical and it's faster.
Yeah.
So
It's not
that's
necessarily
one.
cheaper. It just
Well,
depends on
and
what.
you're right, and you are right, and I made that statement. There are wraps that cost more than some of these candy paint jobs, and they look better.
Yep.
So, but it's the new. It's like crisscross. They wore their clothes backwards. Everybody did it. Then they came out with the fabric jean jacket suit sets. Everybody was wearing all of that. Then it changed. Then it went to the baggy clothes. Then it went to the tight clothes, and then it went to man purses. So if everything else can change or evolve, why can't the car scene do that?
Yeah.
Skip, you got a Merce?
No. Listen, I'm old school. I'm
A
old
Merce,
school to
a
the
man
core.
purse.
I'm old school to the core. I don't have an ear piercing. To me, earrings are for women. Now, I get it. Times change. But when they made an earring, I'm in.
You ain't run down and get one in your left ear.
I ain't got a piercing. Period. No. But again, like I said, I'm old school to the core. I'm not that old school to where I believe a woman needs to be in the kitchen and barefoot and pregnant. But not that kind of old school. But I just certain things men don't do. Like when I was growing up, men didn't wear pink and yellow. They just didn't.
No,
Now it's part of the wardrobe. I ain't got it, but and I'm not saying it don't look good on the guys that wear it. But
Yeah.
my wife told me, you look good at this. No, I wouldn't, not unless I'm in the casket.
You wouldn't wear pink?
Aw,
For what?
Skip.
For what?
Skip, just like the car
let me
club
ask-
scene.
Easter Sunday?
I think you'd be surprised how good you look in pink or yellow, Skip. Honestly,
I got a pair of shorts or pants that she got me that's like pink stripe and white and yellow, and I haven't worn.
they're
I
golf
feel
pants.
Listen, like my good friend Bruce say, and it looks good on you.
Skip, just like the car club scene, you have to evolve too.
I have.
Pink and yellow.
No, that's not part of my evolution. Not gonna be part.
We'll see. We all wearing pink Atlanta Carcast shirts to a breast cancer event.
No.
Not even for breast cancer.
Listen
That's
to me,
different.
sir.
That's different. Hold on. That's
different. I will put a ribbon on. I will put on any kind of whatever. But putting on pink clothes, and you are correct. You are correct.
Skip grew up with pot liquor and butt whipping.
You know, people think pot liquor is alcohol. It's not.
I learned that when I moved to Atlanta. Pot liquor is the juice from the greens.
Yes.
I went to what's that restaurant on
Mary Mac's Tea Room?
Exactly. That's where I went. That's where they served it. I'm like, what the hell is pot liquor?
Who has gave y'all the scratching your head moment like, oh my God, this is what?
Yeah.
What? Wait a minute. What? Skip the pink eyes. Damn, my Miss Deadpool. Whatever. Hey, listen.
You read the comments on the screen, sir.
Listen. I have sleepy eyes, so I don't know what pink is gonna do.
But it's the complexion, Skip, on your melanated dark chocolate skin. Pink will be popping.
And that's coming from a beautiful woman.
It'll be popping.
I get it.
I'm serious.
I get it. But you know how many people that are my color that you can put pink on? My complexion. Look, right there in the bottom left corner.
He's gonna wear pink. Won't you,
Perfect.
Mark?
There you go.
Yeah, I rock it. I rock it.
See,
real men wear pink.
Absolutely.
You put it on the bed.
I'm glad you said that. What's the definition of a real man?
Ooh.
Because when people say real men do this, real men do that, define real man.
Oh, that's not a first statement for me. First statement for me.
You'll get people that'll say real man do this here. What is a real man? Please tell me.
Okay.
I'll wait.
Hulk, you kind of said
Yeah, it's not
sad music.
Cotton Candy say I love pink. Yellow.
Exactly.
So like a marshmallow Pete. I ain't wear no yellow. Yellow will really pop on you as well. Man, y'all need to stop it.
For real, yellow would look great on you. I'm trying to tell you,
I'll tell you what you do. Get those filters. Is it filters on Facebook where they change your outfit and all that? That's the only way y'all will see how it look on me.
A man has said almost every man in the world owns one pink dress shirt. Skip.
Ask him how many men he knows.
Come on now.
And that'll exactly. So you can't say what a man owns.
I got 3 of them.
Okay, but that's one.
And yellow.
Okay.
I got light pink. I got a little brighter pink.
Okay. Now the statement said almost. That means there's some that don't, right?
Oh, here we go.
Man.
Here we go.
Okay.
Killer Cam told y'all that pink is fly.
Who is Killer Cam? Who is Killer Cam?
Cameron. He's old, so we're gonna move on.
No. I know who Cameron is, but who is he in the grand scheme of things? He don't pay no bills over here.
He's Grandmaster Flash's cousin.
Not Grandmaster Flash's cousin. Mister. You tried it.
All right, we're gonna get the
You look even better driving my pink Vic.
Oh my God.
Now that I will do. I'll drive the shit out your car. Yes. Damn, Skip put on a breast cancer wild pink shirt and hush. Okay, cool. Yeah, because they owe me now. Or rap is the same.
Yeah. Get off. Y'all know.
Moving on.
Oh my God.
We're gonna make Skip a shirt that say they lying on me.
Change his name.
They lying on me.
Nah,
Right.
man.
This person that's backstage, and y'all know, here at Atlanta Carcast, we are here to give the flowers to the legends, everybody in the car game, anything associated with the car game. So you're gonna see this show kind of take peaks and valleys, and we're interviewing all types of people. And this brother has been in the game for a long time. He supported a lot of people. He supported me personally. I look up to this brother. I appreciate him for joining us. And he has a lot of interesting stuff going on. So, without no further ado, let's give it up for Mr. Joker, y'all.
What's up, man?
Yeah, appreciate you for having me, man.
So we got the Joker. So if y'all don't know, his name is Joker, but his vehicle is Camaro Sickness.
Right.
Camaro Sickness.
Yep.
So this gentleman has 12.8 thousand followers on Instagram, and you don't get 12.8 thousand followers, as we always say.
Light work, man. I need 12.
Yeah, unless he got a whole lot. He do got a whole lot of money. I ain't gonna say if he had a whole lot of money, because he kind of do, but I don't be counting people pockets. So
you just did. You just did.
Right.
Look, is that his garage? Wait a minute. Wait. Is that a garage?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
On your house?
Nah. This where
I was just gonna say, yeah, you got a lot of damn money.
Okay.
Nah.
We can have a car show in that garage.
Workspace. Yeah.
Oh, okay, workspace. Okay, cool. I was just like, man, let me borrow $5. Just like,
Yeah.
Lord have mercy.
I was actually listening to you when you was just talking about the wrap in the paint, because I actually just dropped my car off today to get wrapped.
Oh,
yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that.
So but
Go ahead, Tia. Wait, hold on, Joker.
Paint dude.
We're not gonna do this. We're not gonna do this every week. We're not. We're not.
Everybody's doing it.
Yep. This is my first wrap though. I
Really?
used to paint my cars. Yep.
Yeah, you did.
Yep.
All right, so let's get into it. So, first question: how long have you been in the car game?
Man, in the car game, man. I mean, I've been in the car game since I was little. To be honest with you, man. Like, I mean, I was born in it. My daddy was in it. My mama drove fast cars. I mean, it's in my blood. I used to get in trouble for drawing cars on my school and on my photos in elementary school, man.
Wow.
So it's just in my blood, man. Yep.
And your first build was in what year?
First bill.
So many.
First bill, I would say my real bill was like 2013.
2013, which was the black and green.
That was the
red.
Yep, that was the red one. That was the stroke one. Yeah.
Okay, so tell us about that one.
That was Texas built stroke. It was stroke to a 7-liter, 6.2 stroke to a 7-liter, 250 shot of nitrous.
Wow.
I never boosted it though. Yep. Nitrous just for show with me, because they told me like you only got so many passes till you have to rebuild it.
Yeah,
wow.
Got the nitrous.
Hulk up there real silent. He got the doors and the stickers, but he
don't do Hulk.
I ain't got no nitric.
He got a shot of nitrous up in there.
Don't give me no ideas now. Don't give me no ideas.
No, you don't need nitrous in a daily driver, because you'll be changing heads every 2 weeks.
Right.
Burn your pistons up and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, ain't my daily car.
So when you were done with that first build, what was the horsepower and all of that?
I think that one was maybe like right at 590
wow.
6. Yeah.
Wow.
And back then that was flying. Now they sell that kind of horsepower.
Right. That's right. You know, I'm a Camaro at heart. I like them all, you know, and that's why the one I went and got now, I couldn't go through I couldn't come up with no 450. Hellcats coming with 707.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
50 off the lot.
Sure do.
Hellcat.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in Hellcat City. Atlanta, Georgia is Hellcat City.
You ain't lying.
Yeah.
So is.
They're bringing the value down too. Treating these cars and wrecking them and all that.
Yeah.
But I just seen a video earlier of a Hellcat getting smoked by a Tesla. Them Teslas is coming from them.
Oh,
Well, yeah,
They're coming for them.
It ain't too many race cars that can run away from a Tesla now, boy.
They like the track hogs. They
Yeah.
you launch them.
Yep.
Launch them.
All-wheel drive.
Yeah, all-wheel drive. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
That's
all
what's
right.
up.
I know y'all got questions because I'm gonna keep it rolling if y'all ain't got no more
So
questions.
after the red one, then you went to the black and green.
I went to the black and green one. Yep.
Love that car.
The one that lead. That's what everybody say. All right, boy. Everybody say they love the black and green one. But
So
What
me,
you do with it?
I don't
Yeah, where is it at?
You said what?
What you do with it?
I had to due to certain things, discrepancies. That one had to let it go.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Didn't mean to
why
pry. I thought maybe you sold it or something.
I go get another one, and I go get another one. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, that's what's up, man.
Yep.
All right, so now let's see.
What
So
you working on now?
yeah, what are you working on now?
I'm
I
right
want to know.
now. I really am on my old schools now. I got an 81 Malibu. I'm LS swapping.
Wow.
Got an 87 Monte Carlo I'm building, an 85. So
Ooh.
I've been doing the Camaros for so long, man. I feel like once I branch out to different areas, that'll bring different people in. Because a lot of people meet me and they be like, "Oh, can we ride?" And I be like, "Yeah, what you driving?" I'm in the Dodge. I thought you were just Camaros. Nah, I like them all. I'm not just,
That's right. You're a car man.
right?
You're a
Yeah,
car man. There
Oh
you
yeah.
go.
yeah. So just
So
That's
what?
what's up, man.
not so much get away from the name, but bring other people into the brand. You know what I'm saying? So
So
Yeah.
what's your rap? What you getting? What you rapping?
Uh-oh.
So what is gonna be your rap?
what my rap gonna look like?
Yeah. I ain't gonna tell y'all
Top
just yet.
secret. It's top secret.
Oh,
Okay, but
man.
which cars
Top secret.
being wrapped in?
I got a video dropping though.
Okay, but which car is it that you're rapping?
I got a video dropping probably tomorrow. So you'll
Okay.
get an idea of what it's gonna look like. But just trying to do something different. Switch it
So
up.
hold on. So let's talk about Creative Concept Motorsports. What is that?
Well, that's a company. Me and my friend created. I been with him for a minute.
Is that where you're at right now?
That's where I'm at right now. Yeah, and we just really pick a lot of
Let
stuff.
the people see it. Let the people see it. You full screen. Let the people see it. What we got? What can they get there? And
We finna paint it, so I'm finna take this out though. So, a lot of stuff we done moved out today. So,
okay.
yeah, we got to paint the walls and do.
Good question. Good question.
Work is coming in this week, so we got to do it different, man.
Hey, Joker, look at the screen, man, and answer that question.
What? Man,
Put you on the spot.
you know why? Because they only made, if I ain't mistaken, I forget how many of the car that I got in that color, and I didn't want to touch the paint.
I love that blue.
Now that makes sense.
If it was
Yeah, it does.
anything else, if it was a stock car, I would have painted it. It'd be candy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, glad you hit on that candy.
Yeah.
I know the difference between candy and a regular paint job, but what is so important about when you putting all this money in these cars? You got to have candy versus a regular paint job.
Well, it's to me it's important. It's not important really to.
I'm talking about your idea.
Right.
I mean, or what why the scene says if it ain't candy, it ain't real paint.
Well, they don't say that. That's just what I mean. That's just what I prefer.
Well, he rich. They don't say it to him.
Right. I mean,
No, I'm just talking about your perception of why you think people would say that.
Growing up, if you had the candy paint, you had the on your car.
Yeah.
You had the itch on your car.
Yeah.
You got candy paint on your car, it's the itch. You know what I'm saying? People know candy paint.
Right.
So
Right. But see, the thing is, people associate candy paint with expensive, and it is.
Right.
But I also, but like I said, I also know people that in my car club that have candy paint jobs, full candy, door jambs, trunk, hood, everything, $1,800 to $2,500, and it looks just as good as a $10,000 paint job.
Right.
So now I get the fact that there's a process with candy. I watch people do it. I know it takes a minute. Has to be done the right way, and it's real, fickle. You can't touch up candy. You have to retouch the whole car.
Right.
I get it. But when people say to me, in my opinion, if you don't get candy, you might as well not get your car painted, or it ain't candy, it just look all right.
I won't say I done seen some PPGs, man. I'm telling you, that make you think it's candy, man.
Yeah.
If you ask me, it's all in the artist. It's all in the painter's hand. If
Yep.
you get the right painter, it can make a PPG look like candy with the right base coat.
Yeah.
Man,
Or enough base coat.
right,
It'll make it look like that.
right.
The right color. Yeah.
Base clear. Yep.
hmm But I wanted to ask that question because most people, and not just you, but when all man paint shop for to get candy. Well, it's almost common now for people to go get candy.
Right.
So
It ain't as cheap as it used to be, if you ask me.
oh no, it's not.
Right.
It's actually more expensive, especially in the bigger cities where they have lines waiting on it.
See, that's the thing right now. It's a high demand for it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's a high demand for it. Yep.
Mhm.
So Joker, would you say your last build? I don't mean to count your pockets, but ballpark. We like to ask how much you have in a build.
The blue one,
Yes.
I'm probably at 40.
See, that's what people don't understand. Like,
Oh,
And that's on top of the purchase price of the car, correct?
yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
a lot of times they don't.
About this if I didn't have a pink slip.
What?
I wouldn't
Okay.
there you go.
to a car that I'm paying notes on. I
On
wouldn't.
top.
Right.
You go.
Right. Yeah.
Cause that ain't your car, that's their car.
Right. Yep. So.
And what I appreciate about you, you really take your time. You do your research. Like this guy, I mean, he knows the ins and out, everything. Front to back, he makes the phone calls, he shoots the email. This guy, and he don't play about his money.
Oh yeah.
If he's going to invest in something, he's going to do it the right way. And I really, really appreciate it. So tell us about the YouTube channel.
Well, I just started a YouTube channel. I just basically everybody telling me to start one, man. It's just something you know me, man. Me doing this right here is a big step. Cause I don't do, I did the music scene for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
People had to ask me to get in front of the camera. People had to ask me to take pictures. I just don't, But it's just something different, man. I'm just trying to, like I say, take it to another level, man. New heights. I can't expect different results doing the same thing. So
There you go. There you go.
Absolutely. So tell us what you guys do at Creative Concept Motorsports.
We really customization, spoilers, lights, splitters, bumpers, calipers, everything, detailing. Yep.
Okay.
Play bar, whatever,
Where you guys located?
Potter Springs, Georgia.
Okay.
Yep.
On the other side of Austell. Gotcha. Okay.
Awesome.
We appreciate you joining, man.
So once you finish this build, you gonna come back and let us see it?
Yes, I can't wait.
Yeah.
What happened?
And I gotta say, man, the first show we threw, man, y'all came through and showed love, man, and I appreciate that, man.
Yes.
Yep.
You came through and showed out.
Y'all like family, always been, man.
For sure. We're going to support each other. We got to keep supporting each other. Y'all go check out. What was the YouTube channel name?
It's Camaro Sickness.
Okay, straight up one word,
Yep.
no, nothing else. Okay.
Without the case.
Well, y'all look it up. My man Joker, Camaro Sickness. I appreciate you joining us. Hey, y'all give my phone. Man, when he starts
How
those,
often do you compete, Mister?
Jesus. Oh, what's the question?
No, her question. Miss Deadpool said, "Joker, how often do you compete?" We missed it. We missed asking him that question, rather.
Oh, we missed asking that question.
Yeah, she. The question was asked in the comments, is what I'm saying.
He's still on. You want to bring him back up to answer?
Hold on, let's see. 1 second. All right, where's the question? Can somebody
Joker? One of our viewers asked, "How often do you compete?"
As far as racing,
racing, car shows, what have you.
I mean, we usually do something here at the shop, maybe every weekend, every other weekend. But as far as racing, I don't do too much racing. I mean, I take it to the track whenever they offer it, but I'm trying to stay away from the racing, man. The racing.
I don't think you're done building, so I don't think you ain't that car show point yet.
Hey, though, I got the ZL1 coming.
Oh.
I got.
All right then.
ZL1 coming, wide body. Yep.
Wow.
Okay.
Yes.
Shut up.
Yeah, you can see where that money at.
Yep.
You can see where it's
I just say it ain't the money, I'm just blessed though. It ain't because of the money, man. It's just
Definitely.
the people around me, man, that make me blessed, man. Yes, sir.
That's good, bro.
Yep.
So you're gonna bring that TL1 to car shows then?
Yep, that's why I'm keeping it quiet. Yep, keeping that real quiet.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
You've been keeping quiet now.
Yes, sir, man. But I appreciate y'all, man.
All right, brother.
Yeah, thank you, brother. Thank you for being on the show, man.
Thank you, sir.
Wow.
What we just talking about that wild body?
Yes, we were.
Were we just talking about that?
We did.
Yep. And see, one of the things I tell people, but going back to that post, somebody asked me, so Skip, you know my truck. What else do you think I can do to make it more eye-catching or whatever? My answer to him was, you gotta go on YouTube or go to some shows go on YouTube and find shows in other states, say Texas and California, and look at like vehicles. And you're gonna see something like, oh man, that'll look good if I just do this and change that. And that's how you improve your vehicle when you're all out of ideas. Because you'll get some people, like we were talking about the guy with the bull car, that'll go in Home Depot,
AutoZone,
and buy all the chrome on the counter. And then some people on this podcast will say, I think it was cool.
Who said that?
You.
No.
Do we need to run that tape back?
That was innovative. You thought it was innovative?
That was Glenn who said he thought it was cool.
Oh, okay. I was like, I don't know what y'all talking about. Don't do me like that, man.
No, that is what?
It was interesting when I first seen it. I was like, "What the hell?" I was like, "That's dope as hell." And then I got
wait.
And I got a close up on it. I'm like, okay.
I thought it was bedazzled.
But hold on, I think that show he won best in show that show too.
That chair, like you write in your diary. What? What?
How can you see that?
What? Wait a minute. Get your leg on the chair.
Get out the comments, sir.
That's his microphone. That's his microphone. You take your microphone your leg.
Wow.
This is not my knee. This is the microphone.
It's just like this one right here.
Boy, you would be nimble as hell to have your
moving right along.
Oh, man.
Right,
okay.
So look, what we're going to do now, we're going to double back around for another conversation that we had at the top of the show. And this lady has been in the game for a long time. Long time. So we're going to get her perspective on sticker, paint, decal, all that. So, ladies and gentlemen.
Ooh, the woman of the hour. Yeah. First question. Oh, the echo.
She don't have headphones.
Okay.
She didn't get the
Were you on at the beginning of the show?
No, I was driving from.
Okay, so pretty much.
Whoa. You got headphones? Lord have mercy.
How about this?
Hold on.
No. Ask her, can she mute her mic while we're talking? Okay. And that should kill the echo, right? If she mutes her mic and then unmute it?
I pray to God, because I don't want to have it like that.
I think it does, because I think we're feeding back through her mic.
All right, so we're gonna bring you back up, and she's already muted. So let's try this again. All right, so go with your question.
Okay, it's still doing it.
No, it's not.
It's better. It's better. Okay, I pretty much went over the post that you made, and then my comment, and then your comment, and then your comment, my comment, back and forth, and then the fact that people started ganging up, thinking that you were shooting at me when you clearly said that you weren't. You know, they were saying that, oh man, do what you do. And I was like, oh, wait a minute. That's not what this post was about. And then the reason I made the live the next day to highlight some of the comments that was in the post and the fact that it needed to be talked about. So you didn't hear that, but I was just bringing you back up to speed to what we were talking about at the beginning of the show. So now that you're here, you have the floor, man.
Well, pretty much I made the post because everybody was talking about it among themselves and nobody really wanted to say nothing. So I was like, Well, you know what? I'm sitting at my desk at work, so I'm like, I'm bored. Let me just go on Facebook and say, thought pretty much what happened to the car scene pretty much because everybody's saying it's boring. So I'm like, well, let me just put on there what everybody is talking about. And it wasn't directed at no one or anything far as that. It's just the streets is talking. So let's open up a conversation. Let's talk about it at this point. And like you said, comment after comment, people had things to say. And then, a lot of people was like, forget that, this, that, and the third. And I go to car shows, outside of the state and inside of the state. I try to support everybody. Even though I don't show my car, it's just something fun that I like to do. So when I saw last weekend, far as July 4th weekend, Atlanta pretty much was dead, I was like, whoa, we got to figure out some type of way to get everybody together and bring it back to what it's all about, fun and cars. So that's pretty much what the post was about.
Let me say something. Let me say something about the reason the car show scene was pretty much dead last weekend. There was two car shows scheduled. One of the guys was Bear Entertainment or whatever it is. He did a big show before. His show was canceled by the owners of the property because they were scared of people shooting fireworks and setting the buildings on fire, and nobody would be there because it was on a Sunday. The other show, I can't speak for why it was canceled, but I'm quite sure it was some of the same stuff. So that I guess that added to the boring part. There was nothing to do as far as car shows. To answer that question, because I do know firsthand what happened with one of the shows. It was Bar Bear Entertainment. I think that was his name. Yeah.
Do you think that COVID has had anything to do with the lack of spontaneity and creativity when it comes to car shows? I mean, I'm just thinking from my perspective, a lot of people are out. People are really out in Atlanta, but a lot of people still, hadn't done anything with their cars all year long. So, maybe that has something to do with what's going on in terms of, just it being a mundane, not much going on right now kind of thing, at least from my perspective.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of true, but I wouldn't say all the way COVID has something to do because, like I said, I go to car shows in other states. I go to Florida, I go to Alabama, I was in Mississippi, I was even just in Texas last month. So, I mean, far as the car scene goes, every state has their different thing of what's going on. And so when I was talking more so about the wet paint and candy drip part, I see how these other states are coming. Now, I will say Atlanta, far as rapping goes, we are one of the states that have more wraps and stickers and all that type of things on our cars than other states. Other states are really picking up on that part of it and starting to do different things when they come here. Like I met a whole crew from Detroit that, I mean, they had some nice whips, different things they were showing me, as far as raps goes and all that stuff. But I'm just like, okay, what is my city doing? Like, why is my city not producing more different things or have that wow factor, as I say, as far as things like what is going on here? And so, as talking to other people that I be around most of the time, they're just like, pretty much the next person hating on them, or they feel like the judging is pretty much biased, or the buddy system, or different little things of that magnitude. And I'm like, we got to figure out a way to bring this back full circle and get it together. Because right now, it's just like nothing's going on that is fun anymore. I'm just going to be honest. And I've been around cars pretty much all my life. My dad, he pretty much got me into this, and then I went to school for it, and I work in the automotive field. So I'm like, something's gotta give at one point. So that's why I wanted the discussion to come up of how everybody felt, so we could get it out on the table and we could figure out a way to make it back to I'm not gonna say per se what it was, because we're growing, but just bring back the fun, pretty much.
Hey, um, uh, let me address that if I can. Bring back the fun. We've been attempting to do that since we started the ACC 4 years ago. Part of the reason why there is no more fun is the advent of people being able to buy 6, 7, 5, 800 horsepower cars and then act an ass because that's their money. They can do what they want to. You can't tell me what to do. This mine. Let me do what I want to do. And in doing that, they shut parks like Gresham completely. I said this in my live. That was a place where we could have 7, 800 cars parked. We could all walk and mingle and laugh, talk, smoke, barbecue, do whatever, hang out, go home until we started doing the burnouts and the donuts and messing up the property and then getting in accidents and running off and all of that. So that was what started taking all the fun away. And then now cars are being broken into everywhere. We got for this and task forces for the car scene. So when you say back to the fun, we were trying, and then I guess there had been a young stupidity. And then it's old dudes that do it too. I'm not saying just all young people, but if we can't stop them from doing it, or at least get a place where we can go where we can just pretty much guarantee they can't do it, then it will never get back to the fun like it used to be. And that's my opinion.
What's not fun?
I'm sorry.
What is not fun?
Fun. I mean, we used to be able, like you said, you could go to Gresham, park and chill. People could play their music. You mix and mingle with everybody, kick it. Pretty much, that's what it is. And I mean, I do agree with him on the burnout stuff. And I'm gonna say for myself, I used to be one of those people that would burn out in my car. But it got to a point of where I got tired of spending money on tires, motor mounts, rear end, suspension, different little parts. So it's like at the end of the day, like I'm tearing up my car for what? Like I'm spending
Exactly.
money on my car, and that's not fun to me. Fun is just kicking it, mingling, looking at people cars. Even for my kids love cars. They'll come out and they'll be like, "Oh, mommy, did you see such and such?" They know certain cars. Sometimes I'll be like, "Dang, how do you know that car?" But at the end of the day, it's like we just got to figure something out. I know we can't stop per se the burnout, but I will tell you this: for one of the people who hang out on Auburn Avenue faithfully every weekend, this is what we did collectively. The people who are down there. Anybody who tries to come and burn out, we stop it. And we tell them straight up, look, we not having that. You could go wherever you want to, north side, wherever you from, take that back. Because we had a promoter come out one weekend and thought he was just going to stop us from doing what we normally do. Talking about, yeah, I posted a flyer. Everybody's going to pull up and do this. No, you're not. You're not doing that. So, I mean.
Okay, let me say something about that. That's great, and it's good that the group of people that's there are willing to step up and say, "Hey, man, not here. You need to turn around and go that way." Now, me being a pessimist, what if that dude say, "I bet you if I stomp this gas, I'll run y'all ass over." You can't tell me what the hell to do. Then it's gonna be a situation where you got to say, "Well, I don't think you're gonna run all us over. We got guns." And now it's changed. You see what I'm saying? I get what you're saying. Yeah, it's good if we can do that as a group and make people leave. That's the perfect scenario. But these young kids now, everybody has a gun license. You see what I'm saying? And now everybody's John Wayne. They got a license to carry, and if you intimidate or threaten me, I got a right to shoot you or shoot at you or pull a gun out and cause you to hurt yourself. Run it, trying not to get shot. So that scenario you just gave, perfect scenario. It worked. But what about when we're on Gresham? What about when we at Welcome All Park, where we can't go anymore because they messed up the streets and everything? So and you saying that that's the perfect answer, but it's not going to work every time and in every scenario. You do know they now have a task force that hangs out in the Auburn Edgewood area, waiting for these people to rev their engines loud, just so they can arrest them, give them a ticket for exhibition of speed, impound their cars, and they get to keep your car now until you go to court. I know this firsthand because I was one of the ones that was trying to get these people not to pass this law, but it's actually a law now.
Actually, all three of us we was actually out there during the news footage when they was talking about it. But y'all talking about trying to make it fun again. I think it's still fun. You know, the people I hang around in the car and at the car shows, if they think it's fun. So bringing back the fun when a lot of it's already there, it's just about who you're hanging around with and how much fun you're having. Because I'll have fun. I don't see what the hoopla was back then because I wasn't there, so I don't know. But I know what's going on right now, and right now, you know, is popping to me.
But let me say
and
this.
it's getting to me.
Okay. Can I say this? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear
Yeah,
me?
we can hear you. Oh, yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. When the fun she's talking about, back in the day, Hulk, we would pull up aggression and there would be people out there with grills. And if you knew them, go over and get you something to eat. And then I would be playing my music, and then I'd turn mine off, and the next person would be playing their music. And people would just get out and walk. The regular passerby would, oh, look at the cars. And it was somewhere where the kids could run around. No fear of getting hit by cars. No fear of somebody shooting in the air. Or if the guys were smoking weed or doing whatever, they did it over away from everybody. We mingled, we talked, we laughed, we went home. Now, yes, we still do that to an extent, but now everybody has a gun. Now it's, I hate this car club cause that. There's always hate. Let me not say that. But back then, it was so minute that if this car club didn't like that car club, they parked here, they parked there, and we had a ball. We agreed to disagree. We hung out at the spot. We went home. So that's where I think the difference is in the fun back then versus the fun now. See, the fun now, I think, comes from all of the people in the car club liking each other and having fun together versus having fun with 7 different car clubs. Unmute your mic. He's muted.
Okay. I was there during Gresham Park. I was there. I remember all of that. I remember that's when I first seen Miss Hemi's car, and I was like, oh, I was in love. And that's when I started learning about all the different modifications. That's where I first started seeing it at Gresham Park. And I believe, if I'm correct, I was with Beast Mode. We was actually with BTL back in those days, and that's when I learned about all that. And I know now, seeing all them guns, and I don't find that to be fun. Going out there and Edgewood, I don't find it to be fun because I'm too busy worried about people shooting. If we ever gonna get back to those days when there's no shooting, you can forget it. Ain't gonna never happen.
But there is a way we can go back, but it's a collective, like she said. When everybody got together and stopped those guys, that was a collective. Now that was what, maybe 300-400 people out there that night, Beast Mode. When y'all stopped those guys,
somewhat around that frame, yeah, something like that. Because what we've been doing now is like when we go downtown, even though the police are down there, like the police, they actually come and talk to us. So even though there's a task force, they'll come and say, hey, if we're playing the music too loud, if they get a complaint, they'll say, hey, lower it a little bit. We starting to get complaints. But if they start hearing what they call racing or revving of the engines, of course, they're going to come and stay down there because now it's to the point of they're like, no, we can't have this going on. But we try to control it from the corner of Edgewood and Jesse Hill all the way up to we even took over the gravel as far as parking. And we tell people like, look, if you're not here to stay, kick it with us, chill, then, just find somewhere else to go. But like I said, it's about 70 of us, I want to say, that we all talk together and we communicate and we just be like, okay, hey, we're going here tonight. This is what the game plan is going to be. Yada, 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 this, that, and the third. It's all about communication. So that way we can make it so we can have fun and chill and listen to music, and people come down out the clubs and different little things, and I'm down there working pretty much. For me, that's what it is. But at the same time, we all got to have a sit down and just figure out a way to do this. Yeah, there's going to be guns. You can't stop people from carrying their guns. I get that. I mean, but at the same time, it's a respect level at this point. You got to talk to that person. You don't have to be hostile. Be like, hey, man, listen, this is what we trying to do. You either in or you out. If this is not what you're trying to do, can you please just, go on about your business?
And I'm gonna tell you something. Big Lat, I know most of you guys know who he is, Larry Reed. He has been trying to do that 3-4 years now. It's gotten to the point they don't want a certain type of car seen on his car show. He has a very big status out here on the car scene. He can say, "Hey man, we're hanging out at Gresham," and it'll pack out with all of the older guys, the old school guys that used to come out because of who he is. And when all those old guys come out, you'll see him and a lot of his friends, me too, out there saying, "Hey man, y'all park that car, man. We're not even gonna let y'all attempt to do it." That's what you're talking about. But see, I think that takes away from the fun when we gotta police ourselves. You know what I mean? It's gonna take that, but for us have to tell a grown individual, come on, man, just park the car and have fun and laugh. You know, that's where the fun is gone now, because instead of me telling jokes and making people laugh or getting joked on, I got to worry about, damn, I heard the dude crank up that charger. Let me go talk to him real quick. Don't do no burnout when you leave, dog. Stuff like that. So I get what you're saying, and we do need to do it. But in doing so, these people need to say, you know what, I get it, man. I get it. I had my fun, so let me back up. Now you're going to get one or two that back up, but what about the new ones? The new ones on the scene. All it takes is one now. Before it was a group of them, but now all it takes is one person. So we could take 5 steps forward, and then somebody move into town, or somebody come in to see their part. Hey man, go out there, let's do some burnouts, and there we go. So it's an uphill battle, but I'll take all suggestions on what to do, because I've been trying along with Big Lat and everybody else.
I mean, I get what you're saying as far as it takes away from having fun saying something, but if a person don't know no better and they just see other states doing whatever they're doing, or like for instance the stuff that happened on 285 with them burning out under the airport and all that, like those type of people, they create that. They have hype people. So it's like you have to educate people now, which is sad, but once you tell them, hey, this is not what we on, people kind of respect it at the end of the day. It just depends on that person and how their character is. Because I'll tell you this, we was at Moreland at the Chevron maybe about 2 weeks ago. Young guy just got his scat pack, comes up to the gas station, starts burning out. I personally went up to his car, knocked on the window and said, excuse me, we're not doing that, bro. We're just not doing that. So he looked at me and was like, dang, for real? Yeah, we're here to chill, listen to music, kick it. Once I said that to him, guess what he did? He left in peace. No problem. So, I mean, if it's an issue of people not wanting to say nothing, I get that too. But at the end of the day, the streets and the car scene, that's our stuff. That's our baby. So if we want it to be a certain type of way, we're going to have to control it. I mean, it's just plain and simple.
Smoke. The difference with that is, can y'all hear me? Can you hear me? Difference that is, you're a beautiful woman. So you can go say that to somebody and they're probably going to do it. A big man like me, come up and say it, they're going to feel intimidated. They ain't going to take it that well.
And see, oh, a second. But that's part of the thing I was saying about earlier when she said when they were on Edgewood, they did that. That's the perfect scenario. Suppose that guy was one of those guys that be like, I bought this car. Get away from my car. Now, like Hawk said, you're a woman on the scene and you're a beautiful woman on the scene. What the dudes that know you're gonna do? Who you talking to, dog? Get that shit up out of here. You see, so like I said, if all scenarios ended like that, we wouldn't have no problem. We could wipe it out in the course of a month. But there's gonna be those guys like the Northside guys, the tuner guys. They are the ones that started all that stuff up under the airport and all of that, coming down here doing burnouts, then going back on the north side and bringing that heat, that excessive heat to us. So it's 10 in one hand and 10 in the other. There's not too much. I mean, yeah, we can implement some things, but the follow through is where it needs to be at. So uh, I'm stumped, so to speak.
Mm.
What you got?
Ourselves. Oh, if like you said, if we police ourselves, we can control some of it, but we ain't never be able to get rid of all of it. There's no way around it. But policing it, talking to them, and the ones that's gonna listen, they're gonna listen. The ones that's not, those are the ones going. We got to report. Got to say something. Get them out of there.
One way, real quick, Mark. One way, in my opinion, that we can pretty much stop it is every event we have some patrol cars on the scene at one end and the other end. So when they pull up ready to rev the engine, they'll look like, damn, if I do this, I'm going to jail. I'm gonna get impounded. That's one way. But then now we're like, oh man, I can't have police over there. I can't drink, do whatever. So it's like I said, it's 10 in one hand and 10 in the other. To actually put a stop to it, the threat of police being there every weekend will make them say, well, everybody over at Gresham, so I'm gonna go over here and do my thing away from wherever, or go to the track like you should. So there's always a way to do it, but it's extreme.
But
You see
Skip,
what
do
I'm
you
saying?
think that'll end the fun? I mean,
It definitely it will. If the police are there, that will dull everything else, but it will stop what's causing us not to have fun. So it's one of those things to where if we want to do it completely, we need to do this.
so how do
If
we
we
make
want
it fun again though? How do we make it fun?
to, if
Period.
we,
If it's not
if
if it's
we,
not fun for people anymore, how do we make that fun?
well, we need places built more like what Welcome Mall is built, where you got to park your car over here and then go down there and have fun.
But
We want,
Skip, the police don't when they out there on out there. The police don't mess with them when they drinking and smoking. That's not their
but
concern. They more
you're right,
concerned with them doing donuts and burning out. They don't bother them when they drinking. They don't bother them when they leave. They don't bother them. When they
and
can see them smoking and drinking, and they don't say nothing. Only
I
thing they
get that,
concerned with is
I get that. But if the police are there, normally people be like, damn, police down there.
yeah,
That's what I
that's
mean.
true.
It dulls the fun. Not that they don't bother them, but if I out of town and say they smoke and drink, they be like, oh man, I ain't gonna find this other police over there. Oh man, they good, they don't care. Yeah, whatever. Today they might. You know what I mean? So that's what I mean by dulling the fun by having them on the scene. So you're right, they don't, but there's a chance that one day they might say, you know what? Let's start arresting everybody to smell like weed. They can,
That's everybody.
so
That be
no, it
taken.
ain't. Because when people smoke weed, I never use a drug. I get up and around it. I don't want
Yeah,
the smell on me, and to each his own. But if you find a joint, be like, ah, man, I'll holler at y'all. I'm moving because I don't smoke. So, yeah. But
So beast mode, outside of going to other cities, how do we bring the fun back to Atlanta? What's the solution?
I mean, right now, I don't have a solution to tell you. All I can say is we pretty much just need to get together and figure something out and do a trial and error and try stuff. That's the only way you're going to see what's effective. You need to just put a plan together, try it this way. If it don't work that way, go back to the drawing board, start all over again, try another way. We just got to figure something out at this point because everybody right now is just like, okay, I'm going to go Florida. I'm going to go Alabama. Anytime there's a show, especially at the track, Reynolds, when other people are coming to Georgia having shows at the track that don't even live here, it's like, whoa, what about the people here? That's the only thing I can say as far as
I,
that.
I hello, y'all hear me? I get that. about the other people coming in state, and that's one of the things I promote is support. You know, it has to start on the local car show scene, the support. Just like how you said, we go to Florida. We used to go for the classic to Alabama. Then we go to the classic in Florida. Then we go to scraping the coast in Biloxi. Then I went to Texas Heat Wave in Texas. Every year, these are part of my scheduled shows, going to participate or to see. Now, 90% of the people that ran those shows or did those shows that I went to in those states, they came here to support us, whether it be Stuntfest, Street Whips, Freaknik, whatever, or some of my local shows, so well known. My issue with people always running out of town is you went to this dude's show and this dude ain't never been to a show in Atlanta, whether it be local, big, or whatever. So why is it that people feel like, oh boy, they're doing a show in Alabama, boy, we need to go to that just because it's a big show? When we do put on stuff like, say, for instance, DJ Threat's show, he knows a lot of people and he's them in. But Threat also goes to a lot of these people's shows. So I can support a guy like that. But I'm not gonna call his show out. But there's a couple of shows in Alabama that actually advertises here in Atlanta. And this guy's in Georgia. Let me take that back. I've never seen him in Atlanta at a car show, local or big or whatever, showing his car or bringing some people up with him, like we take people with us out of state. That's my issue with the support.
We plan on having an ACC meeting and a barbecue, and we can bring us up in the at the meeting and see what everybody else think about it, because I'm pretty sure everybody's thinking the exact same thing. Let's find out what what other people want to do, so we
Exactly.
can
Right.
bring the fun back.
And I definitely want you there, Beast Mode,
Yeah,
because now that you've started this topic, you're the face of it now, and I'm the face of it for coming on and saying what. Yeah, you are. You are, because you, like you said, I might as well say it. Somebody needs to say it.
Right.
But we need people to say exactly what they feel. How will I
yeah,
know, as the president of the ACC, hey man, we want to do more of this, if people don't tell me? I don't know
exactly.
everything. I think I know what can get us on the right track if we all follow suit. But I don't know everything. I really want to be told ideas so I can say, well, okay, what about this? They'd be like, yeah, but let's try it. And we go do it or implement it and see if it works. But
Yeah,
like you said, without people there from all angles and walks to say, hey, man, you know what? If we do this, what about if we do this? And okay, well, we got no choice but to try it, because if we don't, we're going to be in the same place. So
yeah,
we're going to announce it in the next week or so here where we're going to have it at. Go
yeah.
ahead.
Hold on. Let me. We got one more. Let me.
Oh, and it's I'm glad you hit on as far as the ACC goes. So age when it first got started and everything. So um like I remember on the page, people come in and somebody will start a topic and then it'll just jump off and everybody will chime in and woo woo whatever. Like far as that goes, can we kind of open up the parameters a little bit on certain stuff? Because it's like I kind of miss those days when people would chime in and say little stuff and do little, it was kind of funny throughout the day type of
Like
thing.
what though? Like
I'm trying to, let's see, like for instance, like now, I'm just gonna say like now, people may post a old school car of the day or something. I think that the person name is, I don't know what their name is,
Dana
but
Guy.
huh? What'd you say?
Dana Guy.
Yeah, that guy. So he may post something and it kind of don't get no feedback from it when he posts certain things. But you had like, I'm just gonna give an example. Dro back in the day would come on there and say something on the page, and then that'll start a whole conversation. Everybody start chiming in, just made different topics that we could discuss and everybody can talk on them. So it was kind of like when we did decide to go, I guess, closed off a little bit. Like I hear a lot of people be like, F the ACC and all this other stuff. And I'm just like, whoa, like that's crazy. Like we're just car people, ordinary people,
Yeah.
just trying to do,
Well,
different little stuff.
Well,
Go
Beach
ahead.
Ball, let's do it. You start it out, post it, because anything you post, we're gonna let it go through, and we can always chime in. Somebody just it's had to be at least one person that's got to do it.
And
Okay.
and for the record, that's not this ACC. That's the
The Atlanta Car Club community.
okay. That's
Yeah,
not
it's a Facebook page.
okay.
Yeah.
It's
But
not,
now,
it's not fuck this.
right. Let me say this. Since you brought him up, Dro, let's go ahead and use him. And me and Dro and I are cool. We're not bestie friends, nothing. But Dro is a shit starter. Point blank, period. I've told him this in his face, so it ain't like I'm trying to get on the internet and bash him. It's okay to come in there and give your opinion, but you do stuff just to start drama. Well, I'm gonna say he did. That was then. He did. So, in order to keep the peace and the sanctity of me having to say, damn, let me turn the comments off this post because now it's going to be pointing fingers there, and then it's going to be, well, you don't like me because of this, and you
Messy.
don't like me because of that. So, that's one of the reasons why we kind of close it off from all of those types of comments. Now, yeah, he said some things that started some good conversations like you have. But if 75% of your posts are you like, for instance, on your post of yesterday or day before yesterday, he made the statement, you see the outfits these niggas be wearing when they get out the cars? What the hell that had to do? What the
With the
hell that had to do with your post? You
yeah,
see what I'm saying?
it had
So
nothing to
you
do with
change
cars.
right, but you
Well, I
change the
think it was
narrative.
just to be funny, just an
It,
icebreaker. That's my
yeah, but
personal opinion.
I got you. It's an icebreaker. But when you change the narrative, what happens? See, if the narrative is about exposure, change, doing this here, or camaraderie, or support, or whatever, and then you get that person that comes in like that fly and say, "Well, what about them shoes they're about to be wearing?" You know,
Mhm.
it'll
Or that
get
dog
to.
when they say squirrel, squirrel,
Yeah.
squirrel.
So
That's just
again,
like the dude on the movie that be like message that come in. I'm just saying, it's kind of funny. That's how I take it. I mean, I don't take it personally, but I mean, I
no,
get what you're saying. I get it. I get it.
right. And that was one of the reasons why, like you said, we started to close it off because number one, he wasn't part of the ACC. He wanted to be solo. He wanted to do his own thing. Cool. And we have people on the ACC page that are not part of it. But be there to see and learn where everybody's going to be and hang out and do whatever. But to throw them little jabs and those sly ass comments out there, oh no, I was the one that took him out the ACC. I was because he was there to start drama, in my opinion. Now, I could have been wrong. But I know that once we started to do that, it got to be more about what this car club is doing, what that car club is doing, what we're going to do here for Halloween or the kids or to give back this week or whatever the case may be, which is what the ACC community was about, to stop all of the swerving and all of the negative stuff, reckless stuff that we should do to our friends and our clubs so we could get back to the fun. And you should be one of the main ones to know this, not that you were doing it, but we cut the swerving almost completely out because we said, hey, man, if you're going to be part of this, you need to make a rule or bylaw. One of our bylaws is if your car club is swerving, we don't want you in here.
Nope.
Because even though y'all are swerving and y'all know what's going on, what about the innocent traffic that don't know and they slam on brakes and cause a chain reaction accident because y'all were having fun? So it pretty much got like X because we, like you said, we did something. But back then, when we started it wasn't no 100 Hellcats out here. It wasn't no 100 charges out here with SRT8s, And then when they started coming on, now there became a whole nother problem.
That's a
That
big
it got so big that it got so big so quick. What can we do?
when the cars got
You
way
know,
more powerful.
Yep.
right?
Fast.
So I get what you're saying, but hey, like you said, we need those suggestions, we need those ideas, we need that input, especially from you because you're not scared to say it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And that's anybody else. If y'all got something to say and you feel
Say
like it could add to what we need to do or what y'all want to see, say it.
Yeah.
That's the only
And,
way we'll know.
And we want this to be the
think of everything.
platform where we can put it on the table. This should be the platform. Nothing else out like this exists.
Right.
Use this every week so we can know what's going on in the culture. We can know what's going on in the city. We can know what's going on around the country. And that's what we're using this for. So if anybody has any grievance or disagreement or whatever, bring it to Atlanta Carcast and let's do this. So yeah, we appreciate you, Beast Mode. Next time, put your headphones on, girl.
Sorry.
Lord Jesus.
Hey, thank you for coming on, baby girl.
Thank you.
That,
We love you. We love you, Beast Mode.
Yep.
For real.
Great job.
Anybody,
if
you go
hey,
come
hold
on.
on. Stop.
Go ahead.
Read that comment. Ego killer. Oh my God. What's up with shows being geared towards these wrap stickers? Each year we have moved farther away from the components that make cars. True car show focus on car things like actual mods. Okay. Y'all want to get him first? Y'all want me to get him?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Ego killer. Let me say this. People that wrap their cars, they wrap them because they want to, not because they can't get paint. People that paint their cars, they paint their cars because they don't want to wrap. There's no such thing as getting away from it. It's the new normal. I said that earlier. When candy paint became the new normal, that's what everybody started doing. When everybody was doing the Home Depot thing, the wraps and the frosted flake wraps and everything, everybody did it. But back then they didn't say, "What the hell is that? Y'all getting away from what it was." Evolution is a factor in all of our lives, one way or another. Whether it be our hobbies, whether it be the type of car we drive, whether it be our job rank, promotion, whatever. You're gonna evolve. If you don't, you might as well fall dead.
Yep.
We've talked about what types of modifications there are before. There are performance modifications, there's aesthetic modifications, there's all types of modifications. So when we talk about mods, again, these are subjective. You know what I mean? So different people like what they like, people like different things. I don't think that the wraps or decals are something that everybody is doing because it's, like, oh, that's the trend. I genuinely think paint is dead. That's my personal opinion. Yeah. I think paint is dead because you can do more with wrap, either the spray wrap or the vinyl wrap. And when you really look at other cars in other areas, I mean, I travel for a living. Okay.
Yeah,
I travel for a living. I'm all over the place, and I'm seeing cars that I've not seen wraps on cars that I've never seen anywhere, like not in Atlanta. Yeah. And so to hear this conversation about this being a regional thing, I don't agree with that. I'm in Chicago right now. I just told you guys about this wrap Charger I saw outside. And I mean, it's just, we have to think about how culture moves and technology changes. Paint is a technology. Wrap and decals are a technology, and we're moving in a direction where that type of technology is more accessible to people, where before you only saw commercial vehicles with those types of wraps on them. Now anybody can get it.
You see, the wow factor is subjective. It's just somebody's opinion. Somebody see my car, they ain't never seen it before. It's a wow. But if you see my car all the time, it's not a wow anymore. It's subjective.
Right. That's true. But now, Tia, I got to disagree with you on something. Paint is nowhere close to being dead. It's just dead. It's just dead in this region right now.
I don't agree with you.
Hold on. Let me say something. When you think about paint jobs, you don't think about paint jobs on the new cars. You think about paint jobs on old school cars. You don't get no $50,000 car and then change the paint. Not everybody can do that. That's not when you get an old school. Everybody wants to change the paint of an old school, or if they keep it the classic color that it came in, they just revamp that color. But the new schools ain't gonna get painted.
Okay. Again, this man would be sound effects. But I get it what you're saying. But like Beast Mode said earlier, she goes to all these different states. And I do also.
I do too.
We all do.
Yeah.
But I've been to shows with hundreds of cars and seen 5, 10 wraps. I've also been to shows with hundreds of cars and seen 300, 400 wraps. So to say you think paint is dead, go to Texas. I bet you might see 10 wraps out of the first 1,000 cars you see. Go to California, where I don't even think they wrap their cars, not the local shows.
Yes, they do.
There's wraps,
Well,
there's
maybe
wraps
not,
there.
maybe not at car shows, but I've seen some reps in California y'all haven't seen, like
Yeah, there's wraps
velvet
yeah,
Lamborghinis with
yeah,
animal
of
print
course.
type
Yeah,
reps.
and
I
for
mean,
sure, and
the rep game in
I
LA
get
is on a whole nother level because they got places like Platinum Customs and all of those places out there that we just you haven't even seen the stuff they do.
right. They not Platinum Customs, but they had a show where they were wrapping cars in fur and all of the animal prints and all that. I saw it. But Ego Killer made a statement about the shows are not geared towards horsepower anymore. No, I don't think a car show should be geared towards horsepower, period.
It shouldn't
Horsepower is
be.
for the track. No, but horsepower is for the track. Now, if you got it and you got it fixed up, that's cool. But to say we're not geared towards horsepower, I don't know anything outside of NASCAR or NHRA tracks that where horsepower matters. When you come to a car show, you come there to park.
You said
Not-
that. You said that's good.
And I
come
also
to- you
think
come-
it goes
Go ahead.
back to what you said before, Skip. You have to know the audience. Of who's giving the show.
Yeah.
So when you, as Ego Killer said, when you go to shows on the north side, they're not generally given by us. So they're more geared towards old school, those classic cars. That's not a urban demographic. So of course they're not looking for a Dodge or a Camaro at those kind of cars to be, best of show. Who they're geared to is who they are. Those guys that have a 1942 Dodge Packer. That's what they're doing, and that they're hosting those types of shows. So again, it goes back to the show and knowing the demographic.
Yeah.
Right. And Ego's Killer made a statement here that if I attend a show on the north side, they looking at the performance and the look of the car overall. That's the type of show that you went to.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? You went to a tuner show where it's all about horsepower and the stance. That's the type of show you went to. I bet you didn't see 10 cars on 28-inch rims over there at that show you went to on the north side.
Nope.
Because that's not the type of show that we go to. So I get it. You want to go to shows with more horsepower, but like Tia said, I said before, you got to know your audience. If that's what you're looking for, go find it. It's just not going to be here.
Bring that one up.
Remember that people do what they see fit with their cars. What looks good to one might not look good to others. The stuff we do to our cars weren't so much done with someone else's mind.
Y'all keep chiming in. Any
say?
questions? No questions is a stupid question.
The stuff we do to our cars weren't so much done with someone else in mind. That statement right there is what it's all about. It's what it's all about.
All right.
You can get rid of the rest of that comment. That part is what this scene is about. I mean, not that it wasn't good, but that sentence defined everything we're talking about. Even what Ego Killer said, it's not geared towards horsepower. Growing up, I'm 53. I've been doing this for 36 years.
That's before I was born.
Okay, anyway.
But Ego Killer also said that our youth are looking for this combo. They're looking for.
Yeah, because the Migos are talking about freaking Hellcats and doing burnouts and racing. So they're gonna. I mean, the young people are gonna talk about whatever the freaking rappers are talking about. If the rapper's talking about riding mopeds, everybody gonna want to go out and get a moped. Just like when Diddy was in the videos back in the day on scooters and stuff, everybody wanted a scooter. Whatever the rappers say, that's the trend.
Like I was saying, crisscross wore the clothes backwards. What you call wore the big baggy pants. LL used to wear the pants with one leg rolled up. Dude started doing that. You know what I mean? Okay. So yeah, I get it, but I get it about the young people want both. But see, if they wanted both and we were able to do it and they were sensible enough to pull up and park versus wanting to show they got horsepower. Everybody knows a Hellcat has horsepower. Everybody knows a V8 Camaro has horsepower. Everybody knows the Challengers and the Demons and the Trackhawk. We know what they are. So if you pull up,
I don't know anybody with a demon, but go ahead.
Oh, I know people with a demon, but But what I'm saying is, we know these horsepower cars. So
Right.
when you say we're not geared towards horsepower, the old school horsepower won't come out for fear of the youngsters doing stupid stuff and hitting their cars.
Right.
Mm.
They
You
put too
see,
much money
then
into
when
them.
they do, and when they do an old school car show, they have somebody at the gate, or you can keep on going. You can't even park over here. You see
Mhm.
what I'm saying? When they want to come to where the horsepower is, because we know ultimately they're going to want to show that horsepower. They're going to want to act an ass because I got more horsepower than you, even though you built yours and I bought mine. You see, so it's a catch 22 with that also, man.
Wow.
So Ego Killer has quite a few valid points here. And
Okay,
when he's referring to the ACC, again, he's not talking about the Atlanta Car Cast. He's talking
That
about the Atlanta Car Club community.
right.
Yeah.
So
Okay, yeah, I wish I knew who Ego Killer was, but okay, I mean, why is
you know who
ACC
that
not?
is.
He must be
Yeah, I
on a
know.
laptop because he is typing like super fast. I can't keep up.
Yeah.
I don't. Skip,
You
you
do
did it
know who
all,
that
didn't
is.
you?
I know who it is.
Yes. Skip also knows Ego
But
Killer.
I don't know people by them names. I mean, I don't call
Oh
him Ego Killer.
gosh.
Everywhere you see me is Skip. You say, is that the Skip I know? Then you hear my voice? Yeah, that's him. But anyway, I mean, why is the ACC not answering their need for speed, or is that need for speed?
Need for
Need for
speed.
They see
speed.
the ACC as restrictions and not an organization that supports them. We don't support.
Obviously,
I'm
Ego
gonna
Killer.
go right here.
Hold on,
I'm a,
Skip. We said that Ego Killer is a racer,
okay.
and he's a track hungry car fanatic. So he's not really into the car shows, but he's on the racing scene. So that's the perspective
Gotcha.
he's coming from. He is a racer. Go ahead.
I got you. We don't support the need for speed. We do not. And the reason we don't is because the need for speed got us to the point we are now. Once these guys got all this power and did all this here, they didn't want to go to the track and show it. They wanted to come to a car show and show it. They wanted to come to a park and show it. They wanted to go down a road where people are going at stop sign and red lights and do donuts in the middle of them. And see, it's easy to say go to the track then, but they know they can't go to the track because they'll get their ass whooped.
Mm.
So let me do a donut. Let me do a donut and do a burnout and show you I can drive
A lot
and
of
leave.
dive. Right.
So no, the Atlanta Car Club community does not support people that think there's a need for speed. No, we don't. We don't want you here with it. If you can't, like, for instance, we're gonna use you. Mark said you're the type of guy that likes speed and you go to track. We welcome all of y'all. But the minute you come here with 15 chargers in a group and y'all can't park and get out and mingle and have fun and talk about horsepower or whatever, why should we support that?
He has a
Because
Camaro.
Can't.
I mean, I don't know what he has. I'm just saying, normally if you like fast cars, you hang around people with fast cars. It's not that we don't support y'all as a group, but
Big
are
fan.
you the group that's gonna come here and act an ass?
Mm.
And history has shown us that all it takes is one in that group to act that asshole. And now all y'all look bad because Skip wanted to do something. Skip wanted to show I got slicks on my car and I can drive. Forge a partnership with a billion-dollar track in our
Got to be on
backyard.
multiple
We're
devices.
looking down on them. I'm not looking down on them, Ego Killer. What I'm saying is, if and it's broad now because all it takes is one person to make it bad. If these guys with the speed could control the younger guys that's acting the ass, we welcome y'all with open arms. But we know that hit my car in trouble. But we know for a fact that what? No, I'm gonna say I know for a fact that if we get 20 youngsters with fast cars, one of them is gonna act an ass.
Mm-hmm.
And to the police, that's just like all 20 of them acting an ass. That's just
Mhm.
like all 100 of us acting an ass. So it's
Mhm.
not about us looking down on them. We're looking past them because of history, because of what's been done. So to say that we need to reach out to them and forge something with them, they need to meet us halfway. We don't need to meet them, in my opinion.
Wow. Okay.
Straight facts. Straight
Wow.
facts.
Hold on.
And you say we have to support our youth, otherwise the problem will get bigger. You
Good
say
stuff.
we have to support our youth, otherwise the problem will get bigger. I wish I knew who he was so I could call him by his name. But Ego Killer, check this out. You know as well as I do. If these young cats decide they don't want to hear that shit you're talking about,
They ain't gonna
they're
listen.
gonna burn out in your face. Fuck you,
Yep.
old man. Who the fuck you talking to? I don't want to hear that shit. You did it once upon a time. And whatever. So I get it. I have a 19-year-old and I have a 33-year-old. So I get it. My 19-year-old, before she leaves my house, she gonna leave here with a sound mind, and I'm putting a productive child in this world. So I get it. But when you have that, boy, I'm grown, I take care of myself. I ain't finna conform to shit. Now, the other nine might want to, but that one is gonna cause the whole problem.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And so I get what you're saying. We need to help them, otherwise the problem is bigger. But I'm from a small town in South Florida where I could reach out and touch them and, hey man, I know your mama, sit down, let me talk to you.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. But
Right.
here in Atlanta, no, man.
I don't
You
think
got
it's
the east
just
side.
Atlanta.
I
I
mean,
think
I'm
culture has changed. We just you can't talk to people anymore the way that you
no,
used to
no,
because
no, it's
everybody
not.
has a gun, like you said earlier.
Yep.
Yep.
But they don't have respect for their own family. They gonna have respect for
Right.
you. They don't have respect for authority no more.
Right. And I
You
used
see
to say
what they're
this.
doing with the police right now.
I say this to a lot of people. TV and videos and rap videos have raised this generation of kids.
Yeah.
They think everything is bitches, holes, and money and clothes.
I
That's
mean, it
what it
is.
is.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
He's right.
But that's what raised them. That's their ideal. Boy, if I get me some Air Force Ones or some $200 Jordans and some Gucci and some Polo, I'm in there. Boy, if I go get me a Hellcat and keep $100 worth of ones in my pocket, I'm in there. You see what I'm saying? It's not about, you know what? Before I go buy this $80,000 car, let me get me a house. Let me get some foundation. Let me start building something,
Mm.
some equity. So that's where I want to reach out and it's saying we should be offering solutions. There are no solutions. I roll these kids. Yeah, they will be wild when given the tools, they find direction. Okay. I'm sorry for being cut off, but that's a good question. When given the tools, they find direction. These young kids that you roll with, how many of them will sit down and talk with Skip or Mister or Hulk and say and listen to the story of, hey man, if we get together and do this here and don't do this here and do that there, it'd be better for all of us. How many of them would take those tools and go back to their institute?
I don't think
So
we're trying to throw them away either,
No, we're
ego
not.
killer. I think that a viable solution is to really find a location and build a event space that we can invite people to come in and do donuts and burnouts and have racing that is in a real controlled environment. And that's something that we've been talking about, Mr. and Camaro Nation
Yeah.
has been
But
talking about doing. I don't want to say too much more about that, but it's not something that isn't in our minds as a solution. It's just that it's a work in progress kind of thing. And until that happens, and hopefully these young people will come and support that because okay, say we do open up a track and we offer these things, nightly for people to come and do, and then they say, F that, we still want to do our own thing. Then what?
see, I think the city needed to do something also about it too. The city did when people skating everywhere with the skateboards, they built them a skating park. Why can't they do the same?
well, one of the reasons why is because building a skate park is going to be a lot cheaper than giving us a big enough space to do the things that we could do safely.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I get it. Why can't they do the same? But we
Mm.
would need somebody in position that thinks like we think.
Right.
You,
But
you see what I'm saying?
see, enough people doing it, they might have to come up with it. Because we talked about it when if you remember, when we had that news footage, we talked about them building a location for it. But
And
I
one of
don't.
the things, go ahead. One of the
I,
things I said in that news interview was, before you sit down with the powers that be and try to get this bill into a law, please reach out to us so we can come where you are and have a conversation, or you can come where we are and see the difference. And nothing ever happened.
yep.
So I
True.
get it. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
That's true.
I, the commission. It was a commissioner of the
Fulton County.
South. Yeah. No, it was on the West End of the West End, somewhere in the
Oh,
West
okay.
End, because he's running for mayor right now. As a governor. No, he's running for governor as a mayor.
Hmm.
One of them. He's running for one of them.
Yeah.
Keisha
But
Lambottom.
hey man, ego killer. Hey, get ego killer in here, man.
Hey, Mister,
You want me to send him the link?
send him a link and see if he's
Yeah,
available to come
send
on
him a
top.
link and see if he can come on.
Yeah.
Hey, Ego Killer, man, if you listen, man, get some headphones, man, so we can get you in so you don't have to
Let's do it. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see.
It's about right here, man. And you know,
And Camaro
Can
Nation
you
is
go
saying
kill?
that the city won't respond, and I think that we've had a lot of conversations with the city. They're interested in a solution, but they're not interested in backing the solution financially.
Exactly.
Hold on.
So,
I'm gonna add
Exactly.
one.
But
I'm
they
gonna add
look,
one
but
more,
they're
and then
interested in locking us up though.
we're gonna see if we can get Ego Killer. But let me do.
That's what makes money.
He just
Yeah.
Locking us up.
Yeah,
he
locking us
said
up is gonna bring money. I know.
he said he's ready.
He said he
Who?
ready. He pulled over. Ego Killer. He said he ready. He pulled over in his truck. Oh, you driving and typing? Hey, man, park that truck. Go kill yourself. Damn.
he's very talented in many
I'm
Very.
ways.
telling you, as fast as he typing, hell.
Or he might be doing what I do. Speak my
We had
Texas.
we
Yeah.
had somebody backstage, and
Oh, we
then
do.
scared him off. Hold on.
Did
Let me
we?
see. Everybody come backstage. Wait a minute. Oh, well, see, now the other person that was before Ego Killer, he's so fucking rude. Hold on. Here he is.
Ego Killer. What's
What's
up, man?
going
Okay,
on?
first off,
I've been waiting to
who
talk to
are
all
you?
of y'all.
We see
Who
your
are
teeth,
you?
boy.
Hold on, I'm in my
You're coming to
truck.
You need
light.
some light.
I'm in my truck, like I'm sitting in the
You want
car. I'm
all the
driving.
smoke?
All right, okay.
I was
Now
Let's
driving.
do
go
it.
ahead, man. All right, we're gonna let you talk, and then we talk. Go ahead, go for it.
All right,
Go.
I'm gonna start with the race thing, right? You know, I am a professional by day. You know, I work for the government. You know, it was sad to be a part of the team that had to pass that new law against the very people I hang out with on the weekends. You feel me? But when we sat in that room, there was no real answers. And the ACC, who's supposed to be a champion, whether it's race cars or, I mean, whether it's car shows or racing, if you're going to call it the car club community, you got it's such a diverse. We are blessed to be in such a diverse city where I live on the south side. The racers meet every weekend at the Quick Truck right there in Ellenwood, right? And these are young boys. They, you know, got out and put a lot of money into their cars and they just want to show off. But there is no solution given to them. They're frowned on by the government. Then we, as the people who are into cars, we come and be like, well, don't do that and don't do this and don't do that. But nobody's giving any solutions on what we can do to redirect the energy of these kids. Because I'm gonna be real. I like to get out there and do a damn burnout. I like to get out there and hit it at 152. You know, that's why I bought my car. I didn't buy a Camaro so I could put stickers on it and show up to a car show. I bought it because it's a Camaro.
I got you. Now, let me address some of that. Because you made a lot of
Okay,
points.
go ahead.
Also,
When these guys,
Skip,
go
also
ahead.
make sure you let them know that we wasn't invited to the table when they had the conversation on when it comes to the government and them having somewhere to race. We wasn't invited to the table
The
to have
state
the
doesn't know that
conversation.
the ACC exists. The
Yes,
state
they
does not.
do.
But
The state
whoa,
does
whoa,
not.
whoa,
Oh, yes,
whoa,
they
whoa, whoa,
do.
whoa, whoa, whoa,
The state. When
Yes,
I'm
they
talking
do.
about the state, I'm
whoa,
talking about the governor's office.
Okay, but listen, the thing is, just like I was saying about the commissioners, if the governor's office is interested in instituting all these bills and laws, when they want to vote, what they do, they come to your town and they campaign for a vote. If the
Right.
issue is here in Atlanta, in the biggest city in Georgia, with this burnout stuff, come here and say, hey, we need to try to get a sit down with somebody. If we try to reach out to the governor, you know for a fact there's no damn way I can reach out and reach this man. So
Right.
to
I know
say
for
that
a
they
fact.
don't
I know
know
that for a
that
fact.
they're shielded from us, so there's no way for them to know. So no, it ain't on us, me as a president of the ACC, to say, you know what? Let's see if we can get in contact with the governor. This ain't TV. It don't work that way.
Right.
It
I
just
agree.
don't. So now, to address your point about when you said the racists meet up at the Quick Trip and they ain't got nothing to do, you said you're that same person. Are you the same one trying to give them the information that you want them to give them?
Yeah, I pull up. Like right now, if I'm in the truck, I'll pull up, I park, I get out, we look at the car, we talk, hey, where y'all going? Oh, y'all finna do that street? Oh, nah, man, you know what? That's a busy street. I live down there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, how about this area? I help them come up with solutions where they have now moved to more restricted areas that, unless you got an invite you ain't know about, but that still leaves a lot of kids who they don't, because they're not really part of the race scene. They
Right.
go by
They
these
just got fast
chargers.
cars.
They
Right.
just got fast cars, and they see the car show, they see the shit happening on TV, and they get out here and do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about the ones that are in the gap, because the real racers know what to do. You know what I'm saying? It's the ones that's being left in the gap, that's buying these used chargers that don't been souped up, that we don't bought souped up and then traded in. Now they got a 800 horsepower damn Challenger, and they ain't got they don't know what to do with it. And I think that's where the ACC should come in with direction and guidance, even if it's a different branch, saying, hey, this is the race branch. So that branch focuses on creating events and activities around racing.
Tia, you want to go for it? You're long-winded.
I just
Go
want to
ahead.
know why you think it's the ACC's responsibility
Well,
to
I'm using
create.
the ACC because this is what this conversation is about, the Atlanta Car Club community. I'm talking about
Right,
as a whole.
right.
If you guys are gonna be the leaders, or the figurehead rather.
Well, he's the leader.
Of the community.
We're not.
No. The Atlanta Car Cast is completely.
I'm speaking in general.
Okay.
Right.
No, I'm the president of ACC. No, I'm the president. No,
And I'm on the board as well.
I'm the face of the whole ACC. You're talking to
But
the
my
head.
conversation would be the same to the, because as Camaro Nation, we do a lot of diverse car shows. Whether it's Uncle Tom on the farm up in Gwinnett, all the way down to the 28th on South Side. You see what I'm saying? So I would have the same conversation with those little Latino and Asian kids that are racing, because that's really a big population of it, the Asian and Latino kids up in Gwinnett, where they do they meets up, but they're not the ones acting the goddamn fool either. But I would have the same conversation with them. Where's the solution? Because we all getting in trouble for what these kids are doing.
Right. You're saying a lot of things, so let me try to catch up with some of the things you said. The first thing is, Tia made a statement. Why is it our responsibility to give these kids somewhere to go? If these kids have a thinking mind to know that what they're doing already is illegal. I get it. There's street races everywhere, and I'm part of a thing where they type, "Hey, we gonna be such and such," and that's where everybody show up and there's races. I know what you're talking about. It's still illegal. So the ACC, Atlanta Car Club community, was created to stop the same things that these guys are grouping up and meeting up to do, simply because now we can't hang out nowhere. Now we can't just park and chill. Now we can't get a long group of cars and go downtown and park on Peachtree and feed the homeless people. We got to get a permit to do that now.
Right.
We do.
Before we should just do it, they said we don't want to clean up. Y'all clean up any damn way. You see what I'm saying? This all started. A lot of this stuff started because once we started damaging roads, blocking off highways, and doing the crazy things because there's nowhere for them to go. There's nowhere for them to go. So you know what we're gonna do? Now we're gonna target them. We're gonna do all this stuff. So don't say the ACC should do this when number one, it's the parents' responsibility. If they're grown, then they need to take their own responsibility and say, you know what I'm doing is illegal. So why should I take it around these people that are trying to do something different? So to say that we should create a branch to tell them where to go to do something illegal, how's that sound?
What I'm saying, Skip, is that if these kids are in the gray area, right? If this is what's happening, because the thing is, I'm a grown ass man, right? I'm not these kids, but yet when I pull out, I literally had to go buy a new car because every time I pulled out the Camaro, I was being targeted, whether I was speeding. They looking at our cars now, right? We got all this attention on us, no matter what. You know what I'm saying?
But why do you think that is? Why do you think that is? Why do you think that attention is?
Because of the situation at hand. Public opinion has now from and it ain't just us, it's the ATV boys and everybody as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, Atlanta was built on the shit that we do. I'm from Atlanta. We was built on just hanging out, and whether you was on an ATV, a dirt bike, that's what we was built on. 20 donks, like, I get it. But the ACC, and I'm using ACC as an example because that's the audience that I have right now. There should be a conversation of solutions, because ultimately we are all targets of this problem. Whether the Hulk pull out, when you pull out that Hulk, Clayton County looking at him, no matter what, whether he's speeding or just riding down the damn street, they looking at him. So he's now caught up in that wave. But
Okay.
yeah, we just telling
Let
the
me address
kids
it.
like, oh, stop doing that. Like, what the
Let me
fuck?
address.
Like,
Let me
give them,
address. Let
give
me
them a
address it.
solution.
Let me address it. And here's part of the solution. Part of my solution. Now I'm speaking for Skip, not the Atlanta Car Club community, and not the Atlanta Car Cast. I'm speaking for Skip. When you say the ACC should do something, no, we shouldn't. See,
Not our
because
responsibility.
like you said, these kids bought these cars, or their parents bought them these cars, and in from the very beginning, they knew what they were going to do was illegal. It's not our job to stop doing what we're trying to do for clubs. Have somewhere to hang out. To go back and say, "Hey, y'all don't do this, man. Listen
So
to
hey,
us."
ego
Blah blah
ego
blah blah
killer,
blah.
why don't we
Uh-huh.
talk offline? Why don't we talk offline about really coming up with a solution
I mean,
by
I know us as
by
Camaro Nation, we have some solutions in play, but I think it's even bigger than us as a car club. It's the city as a whole, because Atlanta has a very diverse and unique car club scene. Very
Yep.
diverse and unique. And I get it that the ACC, focuses on one part of it, that urban part of it. But I think,
Right.
when it comes to this matter here, we're all at jeopardy. Whether you on the north
Exactly.
side, south
Yeah.
side, we
Not
all
not. But
are
hold
at
on, hold on, hold
jeopardy.
on. And I get that what you're saying about jeopardy, but you can't ask a police force to go help the fire department if the police force is not all together. You see what I'm saying? You're asking the
Mhm.
ACC to not finish what they were trying to accomplish with the car clubs and go address the race issue. You just can't have both of them because
But
the ACC. Go ahead. Go ahead.
but also the solution is for them to have for us to give them somewhere to go do it at. We can't do that. Wouldn't that be the solution? Give them somewhere to go burn out and race. Wouldn't that be safe to say for the solution?
yes,
That
yes.
would be a solution. So I'm gonna give an
But
example.
how can we do that if
So
we
for
don't?
example, Camaro Nation, we have a really, really good working relationship with DeKalb County. Whenever they got some, they invite us, the commissioner. We got a really, really good working relationship with them. We pull up, we burn out, we hit the gas, they love it because we doing it under their control, right? You know what I'm saying? And we've been working with them. What I'm saying is, that partnership needs to expand. Somebody need to go down there and talk to the city of South Fulton, go down there and talk to College Park. Somebody may say yes because they want to take it's a big political game for them as well to be the city to say, hey, you know what? This is the problem. City of South Fulton has the solution, but somebody got to come to the table. We can't just
I
tell
nominate
kids, oh,
you. I nominate you to go and do it.
I
And
work
I
for the
tell you
state. I
what.
can't.
Since you got since
Oh,
you got
okay.
What?
since you got your
I tell
foot
you
in the
what. I tell you
Wait,
door,
what.
what?
Whoa, 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 whoa. Good point. I tell you what I'll do. I tell you what I'll do, Ego Killer. Number one, I want you to read that comment that's down there. Oh, Mark,
I
you took
can't
it
see the
away. Read that
comments
comment real quick.
anymore.
You see it now? It's on the screen.
Y'all get
How
off,
do you
y'all.
how do you tell young people
Okay.
not to do the very thing that they see adults doing? We have to lead by example.
Mm.
Now, this is what I'm gonna do. You said something there. You can't do it because you work for the state. Get me a sit down with the people that matter, and I'll be right there.
and I'll be right beside you, Skip.
You see what I'm saying? We were just talking earlier about you said you work for the government. And I said
Mm-hmm.
there's no way that we could talk to the people that actually make the decisions or the people that know the people that make the decisions so we can be heard or known or talked to. So
Mhm.
you work for the state. If you know the people that we need to talk to and you have their ear one way or another, get their ear and say, hey man, there's a couple of people on the car club scene that want to sit down and talk to you and try to come up with some type of solution. And I'll be there with a suit and tie. How
A
about
pink
that?
a pink shirt.
Or yellow. Or yellow.
No, but I'm serious, Ego Killer. No, listen to me. I'm 100% serious on
No,
this.
I know you're serious,
Kia and
and
Mark will give you my
I'm
phone
all
number.
game.
But see, I won't. Now, hold on. You're on the inside. You just said it.
Mm,
That's the reason you can't do it. So you start the ball rolling, and I'll pick it up and run with it.
I can guarantee
Now,
you.
I challenge you with that.
I can guarantee you. You will have a whole fleet of people behind you, Skip, if we can get a seat at the table. All we need
Well,
is a seat.
there you go. And now we have a person that works for the state that knows some people that know some people. So now
That
you
knows some
want
people.
to, no, Ego Killer, don't laugh now because
Yeah.
you said we need to have a solution. So now you're part of us starting to get a solution. You get the ball rolling, and I'll take it from there.
and I
Or
don't have no
or
problem with that. But listen to what I'm saying. My comment was bigger than that. What I'm saying, and I use Camaro Nation as an example with DeKalb County. If Camaro Nation is working with DeKalb County, then somebody go talk to College Park. It doesn't, like, these are small cities where there is no security. You ain't got to worry about the red tape to get to the governor. You can go leave a letter or a basket of cookies for the mayor of South Fulton. Those
But see
people
that
you
that
have easy access to.
no, we don't. No, we don't. No, we don't. You do because you work there. No, we don't. And don't you
I
sit
don't
here
know.
and sugarcoat it like
I
that.
kind of agree with Ego Killer as an entrepreneur who has had restaurants in almost every county in the city of Atlanta. It's not
Okay.
that difficult if you approach it the right way. He's right. Take a box of cookies, send some catered lunch with a
No,
note.
I
It
don't want to do that.
works.
And you're right, it does. But if I lead in with a bribe, if I lead in with, hey, I had to do this just to sit down and talk with you, and you're an elected official, to me, that's not the way to do it. I get what you're saying.
That's
It
not a
works.
bribe. It is not a bribe. I'm telling
What do
you
you
what
call
I do for a living.
I
I
got
have
you. Okay.
I have very easily taken food to every county government in almost the metro city of Atlanta to introduce my business and say, this is what I do. This is how I would like to, present X, Y, and Z to you. And they always call. I'm just saying, if you want a meeting, it can happen.
Oh no, I'm not. I'm definitely not saying that. But my thing is, if you're an elected official that should listen or take advice or listen to what the people have to say about certain areas of what you govern, then there should be you should I don't think you should have to do those things. I'm not saying they don't work. I'm not saying that that ain't what we need to do. But in my opinion, this is a problem now.
It is a
But
problem,
me,
but we do need to break that.
it's
But we need to break the ice.
but
That's
it's
just
a
the
problem.
icebreaker.
But see, the catch is they also see it as a moneymaker.
Mhm.
Locking us up is going to bring a whole lot of money. So it's going to take a whole lot of convincing in order to get them to say,
It's going to take public
you know,
opinion. Public
yeah,
opinion sways government. It's that
yeah.
simple. It's all about public
That's why I
opinion.
said it's going to take all of us being behind you, coming to the table at one time to say, hey, stop locking us up. Give us somewhere to go skate, like you gave the kids with the skates. Give us somewhere to go do it, and that way we won't be on the street. We won't do it all.
And a big part,
Give us a
I
place.
mean, a big part, and I've had this conversation with a few of our people, but a big part is we got to invite the public in. And when I say
Yeah.
that, we have all of these awesome car shows. Like the kids love it. We promote these. We do so much great things for our community, but nobody knows about it. So I mean, we got to get on the phone. Hell, tell Channel 2 to pull up. Like we're gonna have to take the lead. We can't expect them to come to us because, like you say, they making money off of us by impounding our cars
Right.
and giving us these tickets. We have to sway public opinion, and that starts, first with the media. Because right now, every weekend, what you see on the news, car clubs, the dirt bikes and ATVs in the city, it's always negative when they see us.
But see, that's the thing. That's the thing. You're saying that we need to get the media involved. If it's not sensational, it's gonna be harder than normal. If we didn't have all of these issues with the dirt bikes and everything else, and we asked the media to show up because we're feeding the homeless or because it's here, they're gonna wait until the last minute because that's not sensational. Sensational is what sells news.
Right.
Like for instance, this guy got shot at Peachtree and Buckhead, more at 4. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what draws you in. So them coming to sit down and talk to us about solutions is not what they want to put on the news. That's the bottom line.
But we could probably come up with something popping, eye catching to get them to come to the car show.
I think this upcoming back to school season is a good opportunity for the ACC to kind of take. Well, and again, this is the audience.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea.
That's a good time for us to take the lead and start to change the narrative of this.
Okay. We tried this, I think, 2 years ago, and I think Didi is one of the commenters. The YMCA over off of University. We did a big trunk or treat there with the ACC.
Yep,
the news people said they were coming. We had the people that actually ran the facility said that they told them, they confirmed that they were going to be there. Never showed up. You see what I'm saying? And that was for the kids.
We keep coming. We keep doing it. We say we can go on a Boys and Girls Club citywide tour until one day they show up. because it ain't we outside anyway. You know what I'm saying?
And I get that, but see, me being a leader, being one of the leaders, not just the leader, but me being a leader, getting people to stay focused, the masses to stay focused is hard enough.
Right.
But the disappointment of us showing up, being prepared, hoping that they come so they can see what we're doing with these kids. Because if you would have saw the smiles on these kids' faces,
I remember I was
not
there. Yeah.
right, not just because, well, okay, you were there. So for them to get a snapshot of that and just show it on the news, that will make people say, you know what? Maybe they're not all like they seem to be. You see what I'm saying? So,
Right.
like I said, that disappointment of them not showing up will make us start falling off. Hey, man, I ain't gonna keep doing this here, man, if they ain't gonna show up. Golly, this is what other thing can we do besides, like you said, doing a tour and hoping that they show up? But see, now that takes away from us saying, you know what, it's car show this weekend. Oh no, we got to go to the YMCA.
No, because why can't we do it in part? Why can't a car show be in partnership with the YMCA?
Because
That's a free parking spot. That's a free parking lot, and the kids are already there. Why can't we do it in a partnership?
Because a lot of the YMCA's don't want that negative attention.
Okay.
Yep, because
they see it as negative now.
Because of what they see on the news. Because of what they see on the news.
Well, I'm using the YMCA as an example. But
that's any place, because that's the same with the West End Shopping Center. We tried to do an event at the West End Shopping Center. They didn't want us there. We was trying to give away turkeys. They didn't want us there because they think we was going to burn out. They wanted us to sign a contract to make sure they said we're going to be parked in their parking lot in order to be able to do something there.
Right.
Because of the negative attention.
It's an uphill battle because of all of the negativity that we brought on ourselves. And I say we because it's still part of the car scene, just another branch, like you said. So in order to do all of these good things, we now got to have a force behind us. We got to have a person that works there that says, hey, I know these people. Like, for instance, we have some actual policemen inside of car clubs.
Yep.
Infusion is one of the car clubs. He knows from the inside. So when he goes to work in his fixed up car, his truck, he gets it. Oh, you're one of them? He was like, well, what's them? And he and I have had this conversation. And he said he had to educate him. And now his precinct where he works, when they see these cars, they take them for what they see, not for what they think it is because of the group that we're being grouped in.
I had that same problem, with I pull up to the Capitol, I had that same problem, now I'm the race car guy to these white men, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get it, but again, I had to change the perception. It was through them, seeing like, okay, Tonyo, cool people, we a little wild.
Because they know you.
Yep.
That's because they know you.
Right.
If you didn't work, if you didn't work there, could you prove them? Could you prove them wrong?
No, probably not.
There you go. And see, that's the problem we have on the outside. You're what we consider on the inside. So if you know these people, like Tia said, like you said, actually, both of y'all, we got to give them something. We got to be able to get to the table to bring up these topics. So hopefully the next time this vote comes around for this bill or whatever the case may be, they say, you know what? Let's call some of these car clubs that we met with, get them up here and see what they think that we can do to actually prevent some of this or to circumvent it or whatever the case may be. So, Tia, I nominate you.
We got work to do.
You can cook your cookies and send your cookies out and say, we want to talk.
Ghost is coming. Vanessa is coming.
Okay,
Ego Killer is coming.
Hold on, I ain't finished yet because
Mark Evans said he's coming. So we got a whole bunch of people. Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so going back to the car show thing, I've heard y'all talk about it on previous shows before. The whole new hype is these wraps, and I get it. They look good. I get it, but when I come to an ACC show, somebody who has a nice Camaro, I got a nice paint job, I got a few mods and custom, but my work is under the hood. There is no, there's no audience, or we're not even an audience. We're not even looking at that. Niggas are winning car shows with their hood clothes because they got a nice wrap and a prop or something in front of their cars. I get it. it's about the look of the car, but we're gonna judge a
He
car
needs
while
some
we're not
milk.
judging the entire components of the cars.
Okay, now stop talking. Let me say something. You said a bunch of shit there.
I know.
As a car show judge, the same mods you're talking about as far as horsepower, we can't see them. We can see a cold air intake, we can see a turbo, we can see, a supercharger.
Mm-hmm.
But to know that you got $20 spark plugs in there, we can't see that.
Mm-hmm.
To know that you got board 60 over, we can't see that. So to say all of it's under the hood, you're talking about stuff that the naked eye can't see. Now you could crank your car, but I can say, damn, you got some head work. Oh boy, what kind of pistons you got in that? I know because I've seen a lot of it and I've been around it. But on the car show scene, for you to say, well, my work is under the hood, you got to know your audience, man. You just got to go where they do that at. But to expect the ACC to welcome all types of cars like hydraulics and lowriders and everything else when that's not what we're centered around, I think that's selfish, in my opinion.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
I get it.
I get what you're saying. That's what you like. But now, 90%
it's not even what I like. What I would like to see in the judging is just a more diverse or a larger array when it comes to the judging. It seems the judging is very typical in how, the winners are approached.
Gotcha.
Nice rap, maybe some butterfly doors, maybe some speakers and a prop. And, like you're getting attention when, there are people, like I just think it should be more encompassing, of all types of audience. Because I mean, it's not just car show guys that are coming to the ACC because we're a part of these car clubs. And for example, Camaro Nation, which is the performance car club, we show up to a lot of these car shows. You know what I'm saying? But people like me, we bored. But we show up and we pay our $20 or whatever it is to get in, even though we know we ain't gonna win. We come.
So when are you gonna put on your performance car show?
But
performance modification car show.
What's for us? What about us?
Okay. Now hold on. Please listen.
Mm-hmm.
Tia just made a hell of a statement. Why don't you put on a performance car show?
Well, Camaro Nation does have.
No. Stop. No.
It ain't.
We're not talking about Camaro. No. We're talking about you. You said
it ain't how it ain't because I'm moving
listen
a team,
to me.
though.
No. You're not speaking for Camaro Nation when you make that statement you just made.
I mean, I
so please don't do that. No, you're not.
I am.
No, okay. Well, I know them two people up there. They part of Camaro Nation too, and that's not how they see it.
But even they would speak. We have a large portion of our crew that that is performance.
But listen. No. You're doing a lot of talking. You ain't listening.
Okay, go ahead.
You're talking about you want this car show scene to start recognizing performance. The only way to get recognition is for you to do something. You see what I'm saying? So you, in concert with your car club, say, hey, let's do a performance car show and see how that goes over. Now, if it catches on, we own to something. But to say that, man, when we go to these car shows, they don't need judges for performance. I just told you, you can't see board 30 over or bigger heads than what came on the car. You can see that, but how can you judge it? We just know it's a mod. You get what I'm saying?
But you can judge it the same way. I recall a year or two ago, we did a car show at Summit. You can judge it the same way that car show at Summit is judged. Yeah, there there was some dumb.
What is Summit? What is Summit? Summit focuses on what?
No, listen to me.
No. You make me up, dog. Listen. Summit specializes in racing.
Right.
Summit don't sell no 30-inch rims. They don't sell no speakers. They don't sell no interior, nothing. They sell
no wrap.
All racing modifications. So don't tell me what Summit did. Tell me what somebody did outside of Summit.
No, but what I'm saying, even though the focus was racing, people they gave there was a variety of winners that weren't just old, classic car winners. That weren't just race car winners. There were guys there with 28 wheels, old school box Chevys that won. You know what I'm saying? There were a variety of winners. Because they looked at the car as a whole. Versus, whatever. I don't know. I'm not a judge. I don't know what y'all look at. But
so you're telling me that them box Chevys you saw that didn't have souped up motors? Is that what you're saying?
They won't.
I,
They didn't have
the
a
question-
souped up motor. They had a classic motor.
they had motors with the same kind of mods that you got in your car, correct? LS6s and LS swaps and all of that.
Well, probably,
Those are
they probably did.
that's why they were at Summit. That's the audience. You got to choose your audience. I've been saying this for the longest time.
So
I get it. You're part of a car club. I get it. You're part of a car club that has a multitude of types of cars, a whole bunch of different types of cars, performance cars, show cars, real pretty cars, whatever. I get it. But to say that we need to focus on mods that we're not accustomed to me, car shows are not about what you did to the inside of your engine. It's just not.
He's been on it. It's not.
I mean, think about that. No, he knows I'm telling the truth, but he wants it to be instituted.
I'm not saying one or the other. I'm saying why can't we do both?
Hold on, let me say this. Some judges can. Skip may be able to do that.
I can. I 100% can.
But other judges can't. So why are they going to sit here and implement that if they don't have any way of being able to tell? You can tell me you got this many cams and yada 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 in there, but with the naked eye, if I don't know what I'm looking at,
better judges because the person that don't know about a car show can't judge in a car show.
But I think it goes back to what we said about the audience, knowing where you are. Yeah, you gotta know where you are. Yeah. Didi brought up a valid point that we've heard quite a few times, that the local car shows are a popularity contest. Again, it's about the audience and where you are. We've talked about Skip being fair. We've talked about him being unbiased. But if that's what people feel, then you probably shouldn't go to those car shows where you feel like you're being treated in a biased way. We know what car shows those are. We know who those judges are.
We really do. We really do.
And see, the thing is, Ego Killer, I get what you're saying 100%. I completely understand it. But say, for instance, I judge your car and I say, hey, man, tell me about your engine. Like right here, Ghost just put up what he has in his car. None of that I can physically see. None of that stuff, the ARP 2000 bolts, the race bearing set, all of that is internal.
That shit look like Chinese.
I know for a fact, the only thing I'll be able to see is the LS3 block. And that's because I know what they look like. All the rest of that stuff is internal. And that's about $30,000, $40,000 worth of work. How can I judge that?
Also, let me also
let him answer this real quick. All of that stuff right there that Ghost has done to his car, amazing. It sounds like it'll run 1,000 miles an hour. How can I look at his engine and judge that and warrant giving him a trophy for what he's done internally that I can't see?
I don't know. You got to figure it out the way they did.
Oh, there we go.
Let me say this. Skip, I hired you to make me some trophies and judge my car show. And I don't make none of those categories part of the categories. Are you gonna sit here and make that a part of it on your own?
Engine?
Even instead, yeah, engines. I said I ain't got no categories for engines.
But wait, Ghost has more.
But I want you to judge my show.
Jesus Christ!
Right. But listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. What I just said. Even though Ghost has all that stuff done, and you can hear it, he done had major work done to that car. Right. When he pulls off, when he crank it up, when he rev it up, that ain't normal. You gonna say that? I can't judge it. The only thing I can judge is the sound that's coming out of the exhaust. That's my point. When you have cars like his, like yours, with all of that work done inside, you got to go to places like Summit and Reynolds.
But I want to be with my community, the ACC.
But that's the thing. If you come to your community, you got to be able to be ready to be overlooked. If you can't crank it up and we can say, damn, dog, what you did to that car?
Hey, when I crank mine up,
can we judge it?
You know what mine sound like?
A vacuum cleaner. Oh, PT Cash say these car show hosts got it. Wait. Wait, before you say something.
We've been there already. We're gonna go back. We're gonna go back to that.
These car show hosts got to do better with these trophies. Hold on, Hulk. Hey,
Mister,
put
Mister,
Hulk on the big screen.
you got
Put
that
Hulk on the big
trophy over
screen.
there?
Yeah,
I
Mister,
do
show
got
your
it.
trophy. Show your trophy. Show your trophy.
I keep it on deck like 9/11. You can't never
Oh,
forget. Come on.
hey man, me being a trophy man.
That was 50. That was $40.
PT Cash Gray. I don't know if you're a man or woman. What do you mean? Clarify that statement.
He's a man.
Okay. Clarify that statement, please, sir. Yeah, we gonna wait on your comment, but ego killer. Why he commenting if he's still on? You go ahead, sir, because I cut you off.
I mean, no, I think I got out all my feelings. If I got something else, I'm a log on.
Get up. Get your shit up, or do you need to shut up?
I think I got everything, all my questions answered. I just, as someone born in Atlanta, you know, I grew up on the South Side. I grew up looking at the cars that are at these car shows. I want to feel included in my community. You know, I want to hear, you know, I want to have talks about inclusion. You know, and not just because we the hood, we doing ratchet shit. Like, no, this is a car scene. You know, when you go to the V103 car show, you see cars from all walks of life, and you know, like I just would like to see more inclusion when it comes to the judging, to the things that we do, to the activities. You know, I just a little bit more inclusion.
So Camaro Nation has a car show coming up in August. Mr. Ego Killer.
I know, I'm part of Camaro.
Perhaps you should suggest that performance be one of the categories in the upcoming car show that Camaro Nation has.
Bam! And I see Ghost in the comments. So say that.
Yep.
I'm waiting. Ego Killer. Don't be scared now.
Ghost. Well, actually, I think we do have a category, don't we, Ghost? I don't have the flyer near me.
How you don't know it? That's what you
Hold
want.
on. I can pull the flyer up. Let me see what it says.
I thought we did have a
Let me see what it says.
Category for performance.
Hey, it's amazing, Hulk, that this guy is asking for all these things and he don't know what his own house is doing.
Well, I do, but I don't have the flyer next.
I do, but I don't know. You supposed to know offhand. Hey man, Camaro Nation, we doing a car show and we got this category. You don't even know.
Mister,
I can guarantee you.
Mister, you not gonna back me up right here.
I can guarantee you, I know all the car shows we got best rap in there. If it's a rap competition, I know where they are. I'm gonna find it.
You better do better, Detroit. PT Cash, come on back. Come on back. Clarify your statement. Go ahead, Mark. I'm sorry.
We've had this conversation for weeks. You know, me and Ego Killer, and whatever his views was, whatever his thoughts. I said, come on the show. That's what this platform is for. When you feel something about the culture that we all love, come on the show. You know, make sure you have your headphones.
The flyer for Camaro Nation doesn't exactly have the categories. I mean, it says all cars, bikes, trucks, Jeeps, slingshots, chargers, tuners, lowriders, and classics are welcome, but it does not give the exact category that the prizes will be awarded to. So this is an open call for Ego Killer to put that request in.
No.
Because you're the one. You're the one.
On the screen, Mark.
You're the one that's saying that this needs to be a category.
There you go. Now the floor is yours, sir.
Well, I talked to my president.
Why you stutter? No, hell no. You don't say that. No, I'll talk my ass.
I gotta respect the hierarchy of things. You know, I can't get on here and be like, yeah, you know, when I got.
We're saying
all that shit you just did.
So we're saying
I'm gonna go talk to my president. And
that's what we're saying. We're saying you make the recommendation.
You're a hypocrite.
You make the recommendation to your president.
I get out the car.
Absolutely.
Your president is on here. Your president is on here.
Your president right there.
He's right there.
Well, I can't talk to
have a conversation.
I need to have a conversation with him. We not about to handle this on YouTube.
Okay, so why you got your ass over here asking us to do all that shit you want, but you can't do what we want?
He needs some milk.
You're a hypocrite. You're a hypocrite.
I ain't no hypocrite. I just had questions that
Okay, well, we got a question. Okay, here's our question. Stop.
Okay, go ahead.
Here's our question. You said you wanted inclusion.
I do.
You're putting in the comments. Here's your chance to do what you've been asking for. Ask for inclusion.
President Ghost, we need inclusion. We need this BP right here on the call. We need more inclusion. I know our car shows have inclusion.
Inclusion
let me
for.
Say what?
And what's the inclusion for? Who needs inclusion?
I ain't got to tell Ghost
go.
that. Ghost is a performance head. He already know how I feel.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, there go PT Cash. But okay, I just had to put your ass on the spot. All these car shows be trying to charge $20, $25 a car, didn't want to have best Chevy, best Mopar, best Ford. Huh?
He's saying, I know what he's saying.
They don't have enough trophies.
What he's saying, because we talked.
No, they don't have enough trophies.
We ain't talked about this.
Okay.
So we pulling up. We are all Camaro club, right? And what we saying is best Chevy, best this, best that. So we pulling up 20 Camaros deep, and we all going against each other for one little $20 trophy. Again, it goes back to that little bit, what's that other Dodge club? What's About That Life pull up. They got all these Dodges where they all competing for the same damn trophy, though.
Okay, gotcha. Now, let me say this here. First off, we've been saying this for the last 6 shows. Know your audience. You pull up to these shows, you can look at their flyers and see what they're giving away. Most of them will tell you, we got best to show this, best to show that. That means we got one best Mopar, we got one best Chevy. I'm not saying don't support these people. What I am saying is, when you go to these shows, I don't have a show of my own. So I'm saying shows that I host, people that I help put on shows, they normally have a top 20. People complain about a top 20. Why don't you have a first, second, and third? Do they understand that a first, second, and third will cut out some winners? Mm-hmm. If they can't win in the top 20, how the hell do they think they can win first, second, and third?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You see, so what he's saying about the best Chevy, the best Mopar, best Ford, if you stop supporting these people, they will either get more trophies for more inclusion, or they won't have car shows. You won't have that issue. That's the bottom line. And I get, and like I said, I've been in shows where they had, best overall this, best overall that, best of show man 7 trophies. And I'm like, man, you had 50 cars out there. Okay. I always give a disclaimer. Hey man, these are the categories they got. So let me get right on with it. Man, that's all they got. You mean to tell me you've been here 10 hours?
What was that show? What was that show you hosted and judged, and they only had 4 trophies?
We're not going to name call here, but for all your trophy needs, this show is powered by Skip's Trophies and More. Whatever you need, Skip's got it.
Look.
You don't have to give away. I didn't do that.
Mark did
whatever you need, Skip has you covered. Big, small, acrylic, glass, metal, marble. Skip's Trophies and More can handle it for you. You don't have to use those cheap, small plastic trophies at your car shows any longer. Hit up at Skip Trophies and More for all your trophy needs. There you go.
All right.
Already.
So beautiful. And must I say, happy birthday?
Wait.
Birthday was yesterday. So happy birthday, TJ, from the Atlanta Car Cast, from the Atlanta Car Club community, from the Atlanta United Car Clubs, from the city of Atlanta, to everybody. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
Happy
baby girl.
birthday! Yay!
We don't want to see you though.
For real, get your ugly mug up there. Happy birthday, baby girl.
Happy birthday!
Did you turn 21 again? 21 again?
Yes. Well, I've been 26 for a few years.
You look barely legal.
Barely
legal? I'll take that.
Barely legal.
I'll take it.
Man,
moving on. So we're gonna
kill him. Don't you do that no more.
Man, that was good. That was
good. That was really good.
Wow.
That was good stuff. So before we wrap, what's going on this weekend? What the streets talking about?
I do not have a car show this weekend. I know Highway Hogging is having their anniversary Saturday.
Highway Hogging 3rd anniversary party, Saturday, July 10th, 9 p.m. until $10 in advance, $20 at the door. That will be at 225 Mount Zion Road. This is not an ad, and they did not pay me. I want my money. Also,
Georgia. But also next Saturday, the 17th, Miss
Chocolate.
Chocolate is throwing a car show geared towards the kids.
Yep.
Now, what that means is everybody that has kids that has their little Hot Wheels or whatever, bring them out.
Bring them
Fixed
out.
up or
It's a
not.
real car show. And they
It's
will
a
be
real car
judged.
show for the kids, and they will be judged. I will be hosting and talking trash and having fun the whole
Real
night.
trophies.
They're gonna get trophies, real nice, not like bigger than that. I promise you. There'll be something like this, but possibly a little bigger. You know, maybe a little kid on the go-kart or something. I'm not sure yet, but yeah.
Cute.
And she's also giving away cash.
Yep.
For I
Like
forget
pets?
exact no cash.
Cash.
C-A-S-H.
Oh, cash. I was going to say.
Yes. Cats.
That's what it sounded like.
I'm sorry. But yeah, that's Saturday. And I think there's something on the 18th. I saw it in passing,
I haven't looked.
but I
at
do
it.
know that she's having that.
Yep.
And
Hold on, Skip. We got one more. Uh-oh.
Oh, Lord.
Come at the end.
Yo,
This guy gets
3 weeks in a row.
Who
3
sent him the
weeks in a
link?
row.
what has been going on tonight, dog?
Oh, my goodness.
what'd you hear?
My
Here
God.
we go.
Yo, first thing, oh my God, Hulk talking about he intimidating everybody with his flip flops.
Oh my God.
I ain't never seen Hulk wear shoes before.
We got him up right now.
Hulk
smash.
smash.
And they talking about not Hulk flop. That's what his new name need to be. Hey, all the sounds need to be changed to flop, 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 flop. And
That is so true. I don't wear.
changing categories. Look,
Sorry.
I've been going in and out, been trying to get on the show all night. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, before y'all close up tonight, making the car scene fun again, like y'all were talking about earlier. Y'all hear me?
Yeah,
I hear you.
get your shit off.
Yeah, y'all sound like robots to me, but I'm in the middle of nowhere. But anyway, what I was gonna say is, I think that the reason why a lot of people ain't finding it fun.
There you go.
On. That's when it's about to get good.
Hey man, your sound effects is on point tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Man, you was on point tonight.
Come on back.
Practice makes perfect.
Yeah, you good with that. Hey, everybody in the comments, comment if you know. I mean, tell me the name of what TV show that theme song was from.
Oh my God.
Didi laughing out loud.
They don't
She
know.
should
Yeah,
know.
we'll have a trophy for you.
Oh, there you go. There we go.
Are we back?
Oh, shit.
There
Yeah.
he
You're
is.
back.
All right. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead,
We ain't hear
finish your
nothing you said.
He said he was in the woods, so I don't know.
Can you hear us, Mark? Mark.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm still in the middle of nowhere.
Go ahead and finish your statement. Bringing the fun back.
Skip.
Uh-oh.
Oh, God.
What's
Skip,
up,
you
man?
good? Skip,
I'm
you good?
great. I'm great.
Okay.
He gone again. Oh my God.
We can do this all night. We can do this all night.
Oh my God. He talking.
Hey, Skip.
Didi, I see you. No, help. I'm addicted. It definitely wasn't X-Files, baby girl.
Yeah.
They ain't playing it.
We got him
Oh,
on.
you got
Okay.
Okay, there you
Mark,
go.
make
Go
it
ahead, brother.
fast.
I'm back.
Make it,
I'm back.
make it
Okay.
fast.
All right. Skip. Remember when I was talking about the night shows?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So I was talking. I seen Beast Mode at the flea market. And we was talking, and when we was talking about things aren't as fun anymore, it's because it seemed like all the shows are cookie cutter. Everybody's just doing the same thing. You know, same categories, same people winning. Like I'm talking to Military Muscle, and we getting ready to try to do something like on Friday and Saturday nights where you can have a party out and a car show at the same time on Saturday night and Friday night. Some people don't like going to the club, you know.
but everybody's doing the same thing every fucking weekend. I'm sorry, excuse my language, but it's like the same time.
Oh, you can say fucking.
Okay, goddamn fucking shit, same shit.
No, we ain't mean for you to do all that now.
Oh, sorry, my bad. You see Hulk come up with his flip flops and socks, and he gets the trophy. You know, we gotta switch it up, man. So we working on it. And lastly, instead of waiting on the city, we ain't broke. We gonna buy some land. That's what we gonna do. We gonna buy some land and we gonna pave it and make a big ass parking lot. And we gonna create it ourselves. We don't need the city. We don't need nobody. We buy it, we own, and we can do it ourselves. And instead of trying to control people, give them a outlet in an area where they can do their donuts. They can race, have their own strip of race. We can have a section where we do the car shows. But we got to stop thinking about other people helping us. And as black people, buy and own and create for ourselves. And that's what I'm trying to do. And as far
I
as
got $10 on
categories,
Good shit. I like that.
And lastly, before I go, hey, we can't create categories just for individuals. It's got to be for the masses. If we don't have the massive amount of individuals who are going to be, if somebody likes to walk around with their engine and no hood and say, hey man, how come you ain't got a category with cars with no hood? I'm sorry, dog. We ain't got a lot of people that want to see cars with no hoods.
And man, we get what you say. I get what you're saying.
I do too.
I did.
I get what you said
But now,
too.
but now, Camaro Nation does have a lot of high performance cars in their club, so I understand what he's saying. But my issue is, he said, "Why don't we get judged?" And there you go again.
Oh shit.
He'll be back. But hold on, how you gonna? He said making categories for individual people.
He was thinking that the dude was talking about his car in particular. Why don't you judge my engine?
Oh,
that's what he meant. That's what he meant by saying that.
Right.
Okay.
And that's why I said Camaro Nation has 4 or 5 cars I know of that are more high performance than what they were bought as.
Mm-hmm.
But again, my statement to Ego Killer was,
Joe used to ride with us, and he was one of those ones too.
right. But my statement to Ego Killer was, when you open that hood, I know engines, but I can't see your piston size, your ring size, your bored out size, and all of that other stuff that costs thousands and thousands of dollars. So how can I judge it? How can I say your car is just as high performance as Ghost if I can't see it? You know what I mean?
Everybody like, well, you can hear it. So no, dude.
No, hell no. You could go buy a glass back and put it on a V6. You can buy a glass bottles on to put it on the V6, and they'll think you got 10,000 horsepower.
Yeah, you can't put a machine on an engine like that and determine all of that different stuff of what he has underneath the hood.
Right.
I understand. That makes sense.
Yeah, but
know your audience.
In closing, I think that was considering everything, that was a good show. What y'all think?
Absolutely.
What y'all think? You know, like
we addressed the elephant in the room as far as people not wanting to speak up on certain things. Some things were brought to light, some things were said, conversations had, and I think we're to the point now where everybody's on the same page about trying to come together to fix or stop or help. And it all starts with 2 or 3 minds or 2 or 3 miles to get together and bring people in so we can make something work.
Yeah,
I think we after the show.
I think we just created the agenda for the ACC meeting.
Let's do it.
But again, I think
that's going to be
the first thing is we got to listen.
Yep.
If people say smart shit, some reasonable shit, but and no help addicted. You're not in the after show. Bless you. Are we in the after show? No, we actually going over what happened tonight. Because our after show be cussing. We be talking about your ass.
Oh, man. Oh yeah.
But anyway, that's pretty much it, man.
Hey, look, we want to thank Camaro Sickness. We want to thank Solo Beast Mode. We want to thank Saw Camaro 13. Next week, another action.
We also want to thank Ego Killer. Definitely.
Ego Killer.
Yes.
Yes.
And
Talking with ACC after dark.
Cut Dog, and Camaro Nation, number one. In
Absolutely.
the comments, tearing it up. We appreciate y'all. We appreciate everybody that's liking and subscribing and sharing the content. Next week, Swag Pack Shack will be on the show. Let me get some.
Okay.
Yes, the man himself. He had a family emergency. He was going to be on tonight, so he will be on next week. He is the man.
Yes. Thank you, Help I'm Addicted. We thank you as well for always being in our comments, showing up.
Thank you, Help Addicted.
We're also getting into another lane. Right now, the buy-in market is wide open as far as used cars, new cars. There's a lot of interesting stuff going on. So we're going to have some guests that's going to talk about leasing, that's going to talk about buying. So everything that's related to car culture, we are going to bring to the table that can help anybody, not just Atlanta. What is that, Skip? Let me put you on full screen. Hold on. Go ahead.
Did you make your own trophy, Skip?
You wanted to prove that you were the president of the ACC?
Just read it, sir.
For your
He can't read. You hear?
Betterment of the Atlanta Car Club community.
That.
Shut up.
Anyway,
hey, Mark, Mr. Spell Maria.
Ooh.
Never mind.
Don't put him on the spot like that.
The spelling bee champion.
She spelled Maria.
Yes, and she's 13-year-old African American.
Very first one.
Girl. Yes,
Very
so proud of
first
her.
one.
So just wanted to say that since he can't read. So
well, she probably smoked some weed and then she didn't get invited to the Olympics.
That little girl ain't smoke no weed, man. She's 13. Shut that shit up. That's
Anyway,
whatever. I'm not laughing at you.
We're not doing that.
Hell no.
So next week,
and you're not gonna do Shikari either.
Yeah, she got scammed.
This
no,
is not
no.
Even though she know better than that.
Real quick.
Better.
She ain't got scammed. She did some shit that she knew was illegal.
Yeah,
you're in. She gets tested every 3 days being an Olympian. She knew what she was doing. So all that cause she black me on her bandwagon. Yes.
They get
I know some
quite a
people that
bit.
signed up for the Olympics.
So she knew what she was doing.
You're damn right.
So she knew she was getting put out. She did it on purpose then.
The punishment was harsh because Michael Phelps still went on and won 7 gold medals.
No, that was after he went. That wasn't before.
But Michael Phelps went to 3 Olympics, sir. Yeah, he tested positive in one of his trials also.
Was that before or after?
No,
but it was a known fact that he was a smoker.
A weedhead. Yeah.
And also, but the thing is, it says in the bylaws that she's only supposed to be suspended for 30 days.
Right.
But they didn't select her to run in the 4x1.
Exactly. She wasn't selected.
Right.
Because of whatever happened. She was the fastest out of all 4 girls, but it's still up to the coach to say, I want her to run. They just chose not to select her. You know that peer pressure?
Hey, do you see how big that jug is that Hulk be drinking out of? He's drinking out of a whole goddamn couch. That nigga
be... Stop it.
Wow.
And then why do you always shake it? Like it's so loud.
Because it's lemonade, and it has.
Oh my god!
It's lemonade from the Wendy's, and it has the pulp in there. So I try to shake it up, so when I drink it, I'll have a whole mouthful of pulp.
Okay, so mute and then shake it.
It's ice in there. It's ice in there.
Yeah. It would help if you would mute yourself. So
Yeah.
Because you do
Ghost
sound like
is still sharing what's in his car, y'all.
Man,
He's
this
still
nigga
for real goes.
17 comments worth of car parts.
And watch this.
Right.
And you still can't drive it.
No.
Stop it.
Right. We got it. Hey, when is he gonna be on the show, TJ?
Ghost and Vanessa, President and Mrs. President, will be on October 13th, which is
October. Damn, that's 5 months away.
That's not October.
Well, did I say October? I'm tired.
Yes, you said
August. August 13th. I'm sorry.
The president
I don't know why I have
of Camaro Nation.
Did I say Mrs. President?
You said Mrs. President.
I'm tired.
Add up.
I'm tired.
I didn't want to go say nothing. I was saying,
I'm tired.
I don't hope nobody catch that one.
Mrs. President.
Hey, so that plug was for free because she just jacked that whole thing up. All right, so look, hey, share the broadcast, subscribe to the page, like it. I hope everybody's enjoying this. I mean, we're putting a lot into this, and if you did not know, we are streaming on every DSP, which is digitally streaming platform, with the exception of iTunes podcast. I'm working on that one, but Spotify is up, SoundCloud is up. We're trying to make this a big thing for the culture. We appreciate everybody's support. I know everybody's doing stuff on Friday night, but 9 p.m. y'all keep tuning in because we're not gonna stop. I don't care how many people or whatever. We're gonna keep going. This is for the culture, and we doing this because we love this culture that we all belong to and we care about. So don't get it twisted. We're gonna be back next week. So I'm gonna play a little music. Y'all mute y'all stuff, please.
I ain't finna mute nothing. I want to talk. I want to talk right now.
Whatever. You can talk over though.
Nah. Good night,
y'all. You can talk over those. Skip. Go ahead. Get your shit up.
No, I'm just telling the audience good night.
You telling the audience?
Thank y'all for tuning in.
You want to tell the audience good night?
And Ghost, you got all that shit. You still can't drive your car.
Don't do that. You're not gonna do Ghost. You're not gonna do Ghost. You're not gonna do Ghost.
What I mean by drive is you can't take it down the track at 100 miles an hour.
Oh no!
Don't do Ghost.
Man, I mess with it when I see it.
Don't do my bro like that, bro.
Man, I love that dude, man.
He gonna smoke Hulk though.
I don't think so.
Yeah, so Hulk ain't gonna race it.
Challenge.
Oh, man,
I'll put them factories back on and smoke everybody.
man, you better stop it. I bet you won't smoke Ghost car.
Yes, I can. Oh, yes, I can.
Good night, y'all.
Good night, y'all. Good night, John boy. Good night, John boy. Yeah.